was like, he was waving up with Lil Twist. Now, you can't find Lil Twist no more.
Wait, yeah,
and I'm
where's
like,
Lil Twist?
why your partner
Lil
at?
Twist.
If Lil Twist your partner, you know what I'm saying? You don't just abandon your partner. But now he didn't wave you up because he was with YMC and B. Now Lil Twist not popping no more. Nah, son, they don't go like that. You need to be like Turtle from Entourage. That nigga need to be everywhere with you. You know what I'm saying? Riding the fucking car somewhere. Where the fuck Lil Twist at?
I mean, the Little Twist Little Twist had longevity. Do we think, can we look and be like, hey, Little Twist, like, could have done something? Oh, you're fine.
I mean, he probably don't have longevity. But
Just saying, that's like the other thing. Just being like, Justin Bieber cut him, just like, hey.
Some talent,
But
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Talent
Like, went over to Diplo and them and just like, yo.
But
yeah.
if it's your partner, it's your partner. I feel like you supposed to hold your partner down.
I don't know.
He a Pisces.
Up here in the playback.
Yeah, hearing the playback's good. Question.
Oh, does the podcast
Can you
start?
post to the stories? The podcast has begun.
Could I post to the
right.
stories?
Oh, shit.
Which
Let
one
them know
was
we're
fun.
live.
Okay.
Post a
Oh.
link in the story. And
Is anybody else joining us, or is it just us three?
it's just y'all. I'm gonna come over and join you so that to balance it out.
We got Tyrone in the building.
Got Tyrone in the building.
Hey, Tyrone's here, so.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
Tyrone was like speaking facts earlier. It was wild.
He was barking.
It was crazy.
I've been on a fruit fast. Besides
You've
that
been
chocolate.
on a fruit
Besides
fast.
the chocolate I've been eating. I gained so much weight this past
Wait,
week on
time out. But,
vacation.
but
I
how
love
long
that
you been
little
on a fruit fast?
asterisk.
Yeah.
How long you been on a fruit fast for?
Since Monday.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Was it just like you came back from New York and just being like, had so much good food,
Yeah.
just needed to chill?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait.
You're still fasting, right?
No, my fast ended Sunday.
How long did you go for?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I still haven't ate any meat or drink.
That's good.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna be like vegetarian for a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, but I feel good. I feel good. Sunday, I'll probably spend like $250 at the grocery store, trying to just get some supplies and shit. But I went to get some pho.
Supplies.
I was about to like go back to like, okay, what was the meals you were thinking about? Which is
Well,
what
the
you were
first
going
every time I come out the fast, the first meal I usually eat is pho. But I forgot it was Sunday and most of the Vietnamese spots are closed.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Mint. And so then I got my pho. I got a mushroom and tofu pho.
I hate tofu.
I'm not a big
it's
tofu.
fine.
I'm not a big tofu person.
You gotta like
either.
juice it up. You gotta like add something to it.
But I'm trying to see like what the deal is with it. What's the hype behind it? And then I went to the International Food Mart because I was gonna make some Jamaican curry lentils. And there's only like one place where I know the certain spices at. It's way in Metairie. So I went out there, got the spices, and I cooked for the remainder of the day. I bought me a little pot, a ceramic pot.
Well, good for you.
So,
Yeah,
you,
man.
so you like meal prep? You have like you're good on like meals and everything like that for right now.
Well, it's one pot of food.
Well, okay, got it. Okay.
So it's basically a meal prep because it's lasting me.
all right.
It's lasting me probably. I mean, I'm still eating the pot. It's been since Sunday, so you know.
I see you're deep in your Bieber research. Yeah.
Well,
We were talking about it.
I'm actually
Oh,
trying to fucking post a show on Instagram.
Yes. Well, we are live, but we are still on the thumbnail. I was waiting to go live on the camera until everyone put their clothes back on.
figure of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it to the imagination of the people that can't see what's going on in the room.
All right, so I think it's time. I think we can start it.
All right.
The TV off though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, TV's off.
Well,
I like
give
that.
me 1 second
Can
so
we
we can see that.
See who's who and what's what.
Love this setup. This is
Yeah.
this is interesting.
see who's what's what. You know what I'm
Who's
saying?
What's
who?
going on?
What the fuck? All right,
What the fuck's
need
happening?
another 30 seconds. My bad.
No, that's all fine. I'm looking at this picture. Well, Chill was like, I'm saying you deep into your Bieber research because they had a picture of Bieber with his shirt off. That was the picture.
Wait. Well, I'm like, there's
I'm
a
just
million
looking.
of those. But
I'm
like,
just looking at this picture of Bieber like tatted up with his shirt off.
oh yeah, how many tattoos does he have? It's like his whole
Oh,
body now.
him and Drake are competing for the most random ass tats. Drake got random ass tats.
Drake,
everywhere,
like,
so.
I don't know what goes through Drake's mind where he picks his tattoos.
Yeah, his tattoo game is horrible.
It's bad.
You gotta go to that. Yeah.
It's
What
like,
does he got? What you mean? He got just.
a
Like,
lot of it's
what
just
are his
corny.
tattoos?
A lot of it's just
They
corny.
just
sure.
in weird spots.
People
And then they small.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like just like
The small
it's so
ones,
strange.
yeah, you can't do. Well, to each their own.
I mean, to each his own.
Sure,
like, they
yeah,
got,
but
like,
also-
small tats.
but also, yeah,
Also, I
your
mean-
body's a canvas. You should put some art
Also,
there.
I'm a hater.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a hater.
Also hating.
So I'm just gonna hate.
So just gonna hate and keep it at that. All right, cool. Well,
Do y'all have any tattoos?
we are ready.
I
Well,
just started.
You can
getting
see Vic's tats.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
I
So-
also like what do we have? Like most of mine are showing on my sleeve.
Okay. What about you? You got tats?
We're
Oh,
going
I'm
live.
tatless.
Yeah,
You're
me too.
tatless?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Have y'all thought about
it
getting
like
tattoos?
Yeah, it's just money. Like I'm poor.
That. Yeah. I like not having no tats. I feel like something about me feels special.
Your body is a temple.
body is
and
a temple, yeah.
And thus you don't want to
Yeah.
smear this body.
So, well, you could brighten that up for me. Was it too bright for you? Yeah. Oh, you was washed out? You was washed out?
That's why we don't put it
I feel
on
that's
this side
yeah.
because
the-
Tucker gets
that's
washed
the opposite
out.
of the problem with most.
Hey, Tyrone, what's up, baby?
Come on up.
We got Tyrone about
my
to
bad.
enter the show.
He just scared me. He just, a little. There you go.
Hola, como citas? We
Hey,
are
Como
back
citas.
for
up?
episode
Hello.
27 of Setdeflo Radio.
Heelturn brought wine.
You know, we got,
yeah.
Heelturn brought some wine, and we got Heelturn.
My thing now.
Look who we got with us today, Lord
Wow.
I made it. I made it.
Finally.
Have you not been on for a while? Like, what's-
Yeah, I've been from vacation.
Chilla. He been.
Oh,
in New
true.
York.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
took a little hiatus, but I'm here.
Yeah, we got Chill here. Well, how was New York, man? How was
New York was amazing, and I got inspired because now I know what we got to do now. I know. What the fuck
He's got it all
He's
figured
potting.
out.
So let's talk about
He's
how
bringing
was
it back.
how was
The
Alligator
sauce.
Pear? Dom new restaurant. Shout out to my.
It was good. It was good. It was
Yeah.
good as fuck. He treated us good.
Yo, he know how to
Yeah,
show
yeah,
love.
yeah,
huh?
yeah. We showed out. We had complimentary dishes.
Oh yeah. He
Um,
brought you some shots and shit.
yeah, we brought us some
Oh,
shots.
yeah,
It was my
yeah.
birthday too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's
it was
a nice
lovely.
spot, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I would go again.
When I went out there back in February, it wasn't open yet, so he
Mm.
just like brought us around them,
Uh-huh.
and then he took us to this like sex dungeon, and that was
You talking
Okay,
about
wait.
Chinese tuxedo?
nah. It was another spot he took us to,
Oh,
like
okay.
some other spot.
Wait, Chinese tuxedo the sex dungeon?
No, it's
Okay.
just a dark place that you go underground to.
Okay.
That was
okay,
the first spot he took us to. Then he was like, I
Okay.
need
It was
to.
an actual sex dungeon where sex.
Nah,
was,
it's like a sex shop, but then after the sex
Oh,
shop,
and
it's
then-
like it's an '80s retro speakeasy behind the sex shop.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
good
I think
vibe?
I heard about this.
It was okay. It had
You were
Speak
not.
on
it
it.
had wings. I was just so fucked up that Dom had me fucked up by the time we got there.
That
So
sounds like
at
Dom.
that
Fine.
point, it was like, what are we doing?
The only time I've ever puked from drinking was because of Dom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Dom will get you.
I can relate.
But
Shout
he-
out Dom.
He thrives on getting you. I can't say that. I need-
Censored.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, man. I'm glad you got to enjoy that in New York. That's how he used to do when we was kids, and he's still doing it. He'll turn you back. This is the first time Heelturn been back in 2023. Wait,
I mean, I think wait, when's the last time I did?
like 2019.
yeah, it's
No.
like
It was a-
pre-COVID.
2019.
You talking about Setdeflo?
No.
the
No,
podcast.
on
the podcast.
It's definitely
Oh.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, because I was looking at like some of the old shows,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, Heelturn was on the show because I forgot. how
It
many
was so
times-
long ago, and I think
Yeah.
like you were just like, I don't even know how early it was. I think you just started doing.
Yeah, it
I re-
probably was.
Yeah,
This is episode 1.
I mean no,
No,
I mean
it might have been
it
episode
probably
like 7,
6,
yes,
yeah.
5 or 6 or something like that, something like that.
I remember like I brought my laptop. I just being like, oh, we're gonna do mixes, and then just being like, oh wait, no, this is straight up a podcast.
No, we just talking.
Yeah, we just talking.
We just
shit.
talking shit. We just talking shit.
Which is the best vibe, really.
Yeah, I like
when you're
talking
having, like
shit,
a genuine, deep
you know?
conversation.
I
People
like.
wanna-
Yeah.
I want
It's nice to be a
people.
fly
I
on the
want
wall
people
for
to
that.
get to know us, get to know me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I feel like as part of the community, like when you behind the decks, so you behind like chill behind the decks. It's like people just see us, and sometimes they just looking at you as, even though we in the community.
A muffin.
You know what I'm saying? But they just looking at you sometimes, and especially like we did the rabbit hole. We did Big Baller Dance Club this week.
Oh wait, yeah. How did that go?
It was cool. Like it's the dog days of summer.
Yeah, facts.
It's the
Hard
dog
facts.
days of summer.
I feel
And
it.
you know, like you could tell when the city's kind of revving up because like it's like white linen night, and then there's red dress run. Shit, didn't you do red dress run this week?
Yeah, at the.
You DJ?
Toulouse Theater.
How that was that? I wanted to come.
It
up.
was cool. It was cool. By the time I got on, like
It kind of died down.
Yeah, it died down.
I seen a lot of people go,
Yeah.
but like it's so fucking hot.
Exactly.
I'm at the Dragons Den this Friday.
You at the Dragons this Friday?
Yeah, I'm DJing
Oh
the
wait,
Dragons
who
Den.
with? That's it.
For with Flacco?
Yeah.
Oh word.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm trying to think what's popping for that. Oh shit. What you doing downstairs, upstairs?
Downstairs.
All right. This your first time playing the
Yeah,
dance?
I made sure I was doing downstairs. I don't want that upstairs.
You don't want
Oh,
the
you don't want
upstairs?
that energy?
Why? Wait, huh? Why
Cause
you
they-
want upstairs?
cause-
Cause I'm about to
motherfuckers-
go there and play some fucking disco.
Oh god.
house.
Okay, no, they don't fuck with that.
Nah,
upstairs.
and I'm
Nah.
about
Yeah, they
They're
go.
not gonna do
They
that.
go.
They
They're not gonna do that
Where you was
upstairs.
at when you
They're
DJ?
not
You
gonna do
was
that
upstairs or downstairs?
I was always upstairs.
Yeah, I ain't going upstairs. Nah, that's the real den right
You gotta-
there.
You gotta go with a
I
different.
requested downstairs so they could just
Yeah, you gotta go to different.
leave me
energy.
alone. And we
You
could
know
just
what?
vibe out.
Like, I was doing it then a lot, like 2019.
Yeah,
I was
yeah, I
doing it
remember.
probably like 2 or 3 times. I did it probably 3 or 4 times that year. Cause Rockaway still had Tipping Point, and I would do some guest slots over there, and just to make some extra money. At that point, Rockaway wasn't even at Tipping Point no more.
Yeah.
No, he like kind of quit it. You're like, what?
He never
You're like,
quit it.
well,
He
didn't quit
he
it,
was
but
still
like,
making his
and-
money.
Yeah,
He just
exactly.
was like, he just was
Yeah.
doing other shit,
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah, bro. And they got the players ball this Friday too. FTK and like
Oh, that's
Friday.
Friday
Friday.
too.
So yeah,
And-
I
and-
would get the Friday where their audience.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
Oh.
at St. Vincent.
But yeah, they're gonna be at St. Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
didn't know
mean,
that was
they-
this Friday.
That should be cute with the Chapel Club, but
Yeah.
that place is gonna be so.
It's
packed
it's
to
too
the
small.
nines. It's
yeah.
too small.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah, they're
small
gonna have
for
people
that.
like waiting outside. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's too
gonna be-
small for that. Yeah, we got a juice joint coming up soon. Just to
word.
announce that. That's on Labor Day weekend. When is Southern Decadence?
It's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, it's
But
Labor
is
Day
it?
weekend.
That's the 1st of September, right?
Yes, that's Labor Day weekend.
Not the 9th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept thinking it was the 9th.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like. Oh, so.
Oh yeah,
Big Baller-
NSFW has a show that
Oh yeah,
weekend.
NSFW has a show. Shout out to Dom, Lady Lavender, and Gabrielle.
That's this Friday.
No,
That's
No, it's
Labor
like
Day weekend.
Decadence weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Big Baller Dance Club was cool this weekend. We experimented with some different things upstairs, and we had a players' room upstairs. We had some girls, and they was dancing, and
That they were.
yeah, we got the footage.
We got the footage.
How you felt about the Big Baller Dance?
It was
Club?
all right.
That almost felt like a threat too. Like we got the footage. I cannot.
She was just like, it's all right. Well, look, let's
it was all right.
let's figure
Well,
out
I
what
mean-
we need to do to get better.
But also like Rabbit
We
Hole
need
kind
people
of like.
there. We need
Rabbit
to
Hole
promote it way in advance.
Yeah.
We have people there.
We need to promote it.
We
had,
need more people
For the
there.
rabbit hole, we had barely anybody there.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can like
we
you,
need more
you-
people.
You can only need like a 1 week promotion for Rabbit Hole. It just like it's the dead of summer and it's hard to like get people.
Yeah,
there.
it's the dead of summer.
I
Like
think
shout out to
that-
Niall, like he's doing a fantastic job. But
Shout out
it'd
to
be hard.
Niall.
Yeah,
Shout out to
exactly.
our last guest on the show, Niall.
Yeah.
Ashton, killing it
What you got coming up?
over at the
I
rabbit hole.
got.
You always got something
You got
coming
like
up.
20 gigs a week.
I,
You're on every lineup I've ever seen in this city.
I mean, I work too much. I think I'm off until, maybe the weekend of Setdeflo.
Yeah.
because that same day I'm doing the Pure Intentions party
Okay.
with Dr. Romance and all them.
Okay.
And then I'm doing Setdeflo. And then the next day I'm doing Pell.
Oh, cool.
Taking over the Virgin.
Okay.
For that day.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I'm also DJing with him because he asked me to. So I'm actually booking myself for that one as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's like kind of like the first
Nice.
time I was just being like, all right, I guess.
I forgot you still booking at the
I
Virgin.
still am.
Yeah.
I'm still there, and hopefully
Yeah.
gonna be there for
Yeah.
a long while.
I was,
Shout out to the Virgin. Cool.
I had walked in. Well, holla at me about some shows. The last time I was at a
Of
show,
course.
your girl was there, and I
She gone.
almost yelled at her.
Oh, yeah. I
She
remember you
gone.
telling me.
Okay, all right, never mind.
She not there anymore.
They had,
She
a,
gone.
they had a woman that.
No,
I'm gonna just tell a story. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
I know.
I'm gonna tell
Go
a
ahead.
story. Like
Brief you in.
she asked me, did I leave my gig early, right? And I was like, no, I didn't leave early, but my partner Sam had showed up, right? And he had kind of, you know how the Virgin is, there's like the DJ booth, but there's around the corner people hanging.
Yeah.
So it was like 7:45, so I went to go holler at him. I played a long ass song and went to go holler at him. So then when I come pick my check up like the next day, one of the people who worked there was like, hey, did you leave early? Why is she holding my check? So I'm like, no, I didn't leave early, but you know, why are you asking that? Because I came and I didn't see you. So I was like, nah, I could have went to the bathroom, I was around, like, So, long story short, like, I felt a tingly sensation in my hotep gut.
Your hotep senses were
My hotep
You felt
senses,
confronted by
yeah.
a white woman.
After the fact.
After the fact.
After the fact.
Why weren't
With
you at
no
work?
evidence.
Yeah.
So I called Heelturn on the phone, and I was like, hey, man, I think I'm about to go back inside.
Wait.
Yeah.
You definitely kind of like, I definitely can hear, and also like, I kind of like the person also like emailed me to be
Yeah.
like, hey, this might be a thing. I'm
Yeah.
just being like, well, it seems fine. They probably
Yeah.
just walked away for a quick sec. Like,
Yeah.
DJs deserve breaks. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just
Like, you
like
couldn't
being
go
like,
hot-
if
yeah.
you're doing like a
But-
4 or 5 hour set.
My
just
thing
like,
is like, yo, you not even like the money not even coming from you, shorty. But so I felt offended, and I was about to walk back in and tell her to come back, like ring her to come back downstairs. Then I was like, that's gonna look nuts if I'm like yelling at her in the lobby, like this big black nigga yelling at her in the lobby. So I didn't do that, and I had a number in my phone.
I mean, I appreciate that, honestly.
I had a number in my phone, and I was about to call on the phone, but then I felt like that's pussy because I'd rather just tell it to the face. I was like, the best time was really just to tell her right there. So that was a whole situation that, you know, from a hotep standpoint, I feel like I was violated and I dropped the ball on yelling at a white person.
The ancestors were rising up from you. And
Yeah,
just being
I wanted to.
how
I wanted to
dare.
yell. I wanted to yell, but
I mean, I appreciate it, so I don't hear like anything or any other email.
Right, you were
just about
protecting
this.
heel turns.
I mean,
Situation.
it wasn't gonna be on Heelturn. It was gonna be on me. But
but also
it's fine.
like protecting yourself. Like
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is not the first time I would have yelled at a white person in public. I've done it.
He yells at
I mean,
me
maybe
all
more
the time.
people should
I
yell.
don't
I'm just
think
kidding.
I've
I'm
yelled.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
But I
if they
have-
deserve it, yes.
I've definitely,
maybe not,
I've definitely
also.
yelled at Kelly in public. I yelled at.
I mean, yeah.
I've yelled at a couple of soundmen in public.
Probably
Are there any
every-
black soundmen in this
every
city?
song.
Are there black soundmen?
Damn, that's a good question.
I don't know. That's
Not that I know.
I
No,
think
there
about
is
it.
No,
one.
there is. There
There's
is.
one.
There
The
is.
guy from the Chapel Club.
And yeah,
Chapel Club.
Yeah.
I don't even see the white
who-
guy in
Oh,
there.
that's right.
And the one at the
Damn,
the one that used to be at the
okay.
jazz market.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he did the material
Shout out
sound
to
show
that
I
guy.
did,
But I
yeah.
probably would yell at him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you.
I'm not
You
saying
have
that
a
was
He did a
bad-
good job. He's done a good job so
We
far.
know
Yeah,
you'll yell at anybody.
Yeah, you yell at a. I seen you yell at.
Like I was about to go off
several
on Leisure Muffin this weekend.
It's full
Whoa.
equality in terms of who you'll
I
yell
was
at.
about to go in on Leisure because I'm yelling at him to come to the booth, right? And I'm telling Chill because I don't got a mic. I'm like,
Yeah.
Chill, tell this nigga Leisure Muffin to come over.
The sound
here.
man, please come over to the booth.
Yeah,
Sound
I'm
man,
like this.
yeah.
I'm doing this, waving. The people think I'm just waving my hands in the air. They think I'm
People just on the phone.
Yeah.
They be like,
putting their hands up too. Like,
Yeah, they think I'm turning up.
No, the sound man. Yeah, the sound man.
And Leisure like, yeah, go ahead. No, I'm like, nigga, come here and fix this fucking sound, dog. You know what I'm saying? I already told you it sounds crazy right now. So yeah, man, like.
That's hilarious.
Was it clipping? Was it just like?
No, it was just too muddy.
Oh.
It was too muddy.
Oh,
The bass was too heavy. It was too much bass.
Yeah.
And I love bass.
Yeah.
I love bass in my face. Pause. But for me
Is that
this
a
weekend,
pause?
I feel like I'm starting to show up mad messy. Am I being messy or am I just?
You're not being messy. I mean,
I feel like being upfront today. I feel like you here.
If you're caring about your, if you're caring about your sound,
it's on me. I'm here. Get the mess started now. Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying like, man, like, I'm tired of holding my tongue.
But when have you ever held your tongue?
Dog.
That's a good question. That's a good
I've never even known you. I remember.
That reaction.
I remember we went to New York on the Pink Room show, and
I'm trying to see where that's going.
and I don't know if he was a sound person or a light person. Whoever he was, you definitely.
You yelled at out of town sound people too.
Yeah, he yelled at it out of town. So I was like, we're never coming back here because.
That's bold.
Yeah.
Because no, what happened was I had a vocoder that I used for my tracks, right?
Okay, yeah.
And we was getting too much feedback on the tracks, and I'm like, dog, we gotta go on in a little bit. I know what he talking about, and the vocoder wasn't just popping off right.
Right.
But I don't be yelling at niggas. I'll be like, I'm really passionate about the show. I really care about the show,
Right.
so people be taking it as. So this is a thing, and me and Chill know about this too. When we come to a set, people look at this as like some run-of-the-mill shit, like, oh, they just DJing, so we can just plug them niggas in and walk off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, that's not the case, bro. You got to get my shit tip-top shape, or I'm going to have an issue with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But like the sound people are just also being like, we're just clocking in, clocking out. There's a DJ. Let's set up his.
No,
RCA
you
and we're
need to
out.
do your fucking job because I'm about to do my job.
Right.
I'm about to go in for the next couple of hours and try to get these people a good time. Don't fuck over me. Because this is the thing. If a nigga come in here with a drum set and mics and he telling you how he want his shit to sound, you gonna respect him a little bit more because usually soundmen want to be a rock star anyway, but they couldn't cut it, so now they just came to sound anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to shit on soundmen because I know some dope soundmen.
There's some dope soundmen.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them also.
I still fuck with Kelly crazy ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. But also like it's like
Shout
a lot
out
of them
Mr.
aren't.
Language.
They're not versed in kind of like actually mixing for DJs or like preparing like
I know.
doing for a good DJ set.
Yeah,
That's where kind of like Kelly like feels like a exception. There's like a few others that are.
But
out
my
there
thing is,
sitting
take the time.
to do it.
And take the time.
Yeah.
Like, don't just look at me like, oh, we set you right. It's good. It's not clipping. Like,
Right.
that's not how that goes.
Yeah.
That's not how that goes. And I'm not. And I don't let it slide. I don't
Right.
fuck around and let it slide.
I mean-
but people think I'm an asshole.
Well, I've had soundmen actually try to like convince me that it's my tracks that the reason that's wrong. Like trying to say like that's the reason why it's muddy. Like I don't have like high quality like tracks or whatever.
Man,
And-
look.
and it just
you
being
just
like,
being
no.
lazy,
No.
bro.
Yeah, it just being like no, you need to actually like it's on your end. Like
Yeah.
Don't
you
be
fix it.
don't be lazy, man. I hate like if you're gonna do like all right. I had a job where I was a valet. Yeah, I used to valet cars when I was in my early 20s, and I didn't like the job.
This comes up on every episode.
And I was there just
Yeah, we'll drink every time.
I was there just to collect the check, and I behaved as such. But you know what?
I don't think this was the point that you were trying.
I was saying, like, just like,
You're
but
making the opposite point.
But we're
You-
an excellent valet. Like,
No, he was a horrible valet. Probably the single worst valet that could have ever existed.
I probably was the worst employee that you could have.
And he
I used to look.
he transitioned
I used
from
to relate, but then I started caring.
No.
So.
I'm gonna get to the point where I brought this up.
Okay.
But I used to, like, I was a bad employee. I used to have meetings with the other employees after, like, the managers was gone. I'd be like, look, dog, y'all don't really need to be here. we could be like we could all
He was trying to build a union. Day one.
we could leave.
Day one.
I was like, I
United
said,
Front.
I said, bruh, I was like, why are y'all picking up trash off? That's not in your job description. I would literally tell them that. Don't pick up shit. I would come with a dirty uniform. I would not. So they had a kid. They had an Asian kid.
How long did you have this job?
I had it for like 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah, but see the thing is, the reason I lasted that long was because I didn't work with nobody. I worked at a graveyard shift, so I had no boss. So I could just get away with shift. Now, if I worked with people, I've never had a job where I worked with people.
What was the coolest car you ever drove?
Oh, all type of shit. I remember one time there was this chick I was fucking around with at the hotel, and she had a boyfriend, and but I think he was LGBT. So I think they had something.
They're open.
No, I don't think they was open. She was like, they not. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
They weren't fucking actually.
Yeah, so she was fucking me.
Okay, got it.
But it was a very like toxic situation because we would just like hook up at the hotel. But at one point, she would just ghost me. She would ghost me for like 9 months at a time, but we worked together.
9 months
Yeah,
at a time.
yeah.
Is that a ghost at that point?
Yeah,
I think she just left.
So yeah, she would leave, but then she would pop back up and act like nothing happened.
Was she on vacation? Just
No.
like, you think, like,
She was just crazy. She was light skinned. She was crazy.
Would you go back? Are those connected? I don't think so.
It's a connection. I'm telling you. I've done research on this. Me and my homie used to research this. So at one point, I was in a valet car and I thought I seen her vehicle. So I was chasing this car in someone else's car, like around the CBD.
Did you catch her?
It wasn't
Or
her.
was this
It
a
wa-
Wile E.
It wasn't her.
Coyote?
It wasn't her.
It wasn't her in the car.
What you was gonna say when you caught her? Like, yo, what the? Like, yo,
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure she
Later?
would. You'd have got pepper sprayed.
This is
And be like, what the fuck? The fuck are you doing, bro? Like,
This is before I learned like my game. This is before my. Also, you know, I was finding myself because Katrina happened. I blame this on Katrina and just.
Okay, listen.
wow.
Okay, listen.
okay, yeah, that's
We
gonna.
all
So
use
you
that
got,
card.
so
We
you
all
get
use
caught,
that card.
you get caught, and she stops you and say, yo, why the fuck have you been following me for 15 blocks?
Yo,
Yeah,
Katrina.
yeah.
And you gonna be like, yo, like,
Yeah,
Yo,
I
Katrina.
mean, I'm not proud of this moment.
Okay.
but
Also, if
this
she
was
stopped
years ago.
talking to you, you knew she was dating somebody.
No,
So that could
it
be
wasn't
what
that
it was
because she
about?
was gaslighting wasn't a term at this time.
Gaslighting's been a term since the 80s.
No, but I didn't know about gaslighting until 2019.
Oh, so so you would be messaging her like in
Yeah.
between,
Well,
like,
more
before
therapy
that year.
now.
No, she was. I was fully ghosted.
Okay,
I was fully ghosted.
Fully
But
ghosted.
what I'm saying is,
Okay.
when she would hit, like she would randomly hit back like nothing's wrong,
Okay.
and then I would be like, "Oh, this is a psychopath."
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was a psychopath till later, much years.
Still in
years ago.
contact?
I mean,
Still
the
around?
person
No, no,
chasing
no,
the
no, no,
psychopath,
no, no,
definitely totally
No,
normal.
no, this was me chasing the person in the car was, you know, what got me over that?
What?
808s and heartbreaks.
Oh, you were heartbroken over it.
Great
Oh
album.
yes, I was.
Okay,
heartbroken.
Oh,
okay,
really?
okay.
So you were in
Oh,
love
wow,
with
so
her.
that's why, yeah.
You were in love with her.
I think I was in. I think I was in love with this chick to a degree.
Okay.
There you go.
But I might have. But it may have been lusty.
Yeah.
It may have been more
It
lusty.
sounds like it's
love.
lust instead
I
of
think it
love.
was
you
more
were
lusty.
in lust with her.
I think it was
Yeah.
more lusty because she was
Yeah.
beautiful. It
Yeah.
was she was a beautiful girl. So I
Yeah.
think I was more lusty. I mean, because like, you know,
Like, did y'all have that much connection? Was it just like
she was
you
very
were-
cool. Like, you know, like my player card was strengthened after that. Like that really, I was all right. Like I was like, okay.
So you was a little lover boy.
So what happened with you during the 9 months she was gone?
Look, I was off my game around this time. I was really off my game because because usually
So you were suffering for 9 months.
no, I was fucking around. But what I'm saying
But you were
is,
still thinking about her.
yeah, that
Yeah.
part. And
Okay.
it's the thing, like,
Alright.
you know, usually, you know, that taught me a lot. That taught me a lot.
What did it teach you?
It taught me you can't control people. You
That's
should
good.
never try to control someone in a relationship.
Yes.
Because
That's toxic monogamy.
I like your terms. They got all the like buzz terms, yo.
Did you think she was the one?
At the time,
How old
no,
were you at this time?
I was 20. 21.
All right.
Yeah, I was a
you
kid.
You're
I was
baby.
a kid.
you
You're
get away
baby.
with it. You
But
get away
but
with
this is
it.
the thing. Usually my
Kids do,
my
you know.
strategies
Yeah.
with dealing with women worked, and it was the first time it didn't.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
So she also proved you that your game wasn't that good.
she was older
So you
than me.
needed that.
She was old. Oh, I needed that.
How
I
much
needed
older?
that.
How much older?
2 years, but like when
Okay,
you
okay.
20,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
20,
yeah,
2
yeah.
years older
Like,
is
that's
like
But a woman,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like
25,
5
26.
years ahead of
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
26.
It was a big difference at like when I was 20.
You couldn't get no drinks with her.
Oh, I probably was
I mean,
21 because I
probably
remember.
did.
I probably was 21 because I remember being in the casino one time and seeing her.
Okay.
Yeah, she ran into me in
You
the
gotta be
casino.
21 to go to the casino?
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is the
you
thing.
do, yeah.
So she goes to me
Yeah.
one time and I'm in the casino,
Yeah.
and then she seen me in the casino. She's like, "Where the fuck you been?"
She said it to you?
She said that to
said
me.
you.
Oh, that's the gaslight right there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right. So
She seen me in the casino. Like, what the fuck you been doing?
Well, did you try and hit her up?
yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
about
tried
to
to
ask.
hit her up.
You trying to ask you
I was emailing this bitch.
Wait, was she
emailing her.
reading?
Email?
Did it
Was
go to
texting out
spam?
yet?
Maybe with the
Huh?
spam.
Was texting out yet?
Yes, texting was out.
So you
Yeah,
was texting
was
her,
out.
emailing
I
her?
was
This
texting
was
and emailing.
T9.
All right.
This was T9.
Yeah, like yo, just like
Yeah, this is T9.
This
This
is T9.
This is T9. This is
Yeah.
T9. This is
All right.
T9. You talking about BlackBerry?
Oh yeah. You were.
Like pre-BlackBerry. I'm talking flip phone. T9.
No, this is
Yeah.
BlackBerry. This is BlackBerry.
Okay. Well, there was T9 during BlackBerry,
Yeah, this
but
is
if you had a
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry, you were kind of
This
bougie.
I had BlackBerry.
Oh.
I had BlackBerry.
Yeah, we the same
Oh,
age.
wow.
If you was 2021, you definitely
Yeah,
texting
yeah.
was
I
definitely
was
a thing.
texting. It was different, but
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
emailing. I was emailing.
So yeah,
emailing.
you were.
See, that's part of the
funny. That-
game right there.
I mean,
so that's
that just seems like next level nowadays. Being like, yo, I emailed someone. They didn't
You
attack
were
me.
Oh, yeah.
efficiently ghost. Yeah, you were.
I was ghosted.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when she seen me in the casino, she was like, "Where the fuck you been?" I'm
You know,
like,
that's a
"Bitch,
real-
You know I've been.
that's really-
No,
that's
did
the
you
real-
did you really say bitch? You know I've been. He was like,
Oh no, I was heated.
you trying to?
I was
Okay.
and she was
okay.
a valet too.
No, she wasn't a valet. She was a desk chick.
Oh,
inside.
okay. Because I was gonna say that's
Oh, okay.
new
That's
version
got
of
it,
Ghost
yeah.
Rider. Riding the
Basically, the
whip.
valets are like the fucking outhouse motherfuckers, and the people who work inside in AC are like, you know, they like in the quarters, like you the house nigga basically, you know.
So did you ever try to like pull up at the job since y'all worked together during the ghost? Or you
I
just
worked at the
stayed-
job with her.
I'm just saying, but you
Oh, wait,
stayed.
but how did y'all not
Did
see
you
Yeah, how
stay
did you
separate?
not see her?
Yeah.
Because all right, I couldn't necessarily. I wasn't really allowed.
They wouldn't
to
let
go
you inside because your
inside.
uniform was dirty.
Oh.
I wasn't on dirty uniforms yet. By then,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
was
you
still,
got
You couldn't
into
go inside.
dirty uniforms.
I got into that like after I realized. So there was a point while I'm valeting, right? There's a point while I'm valeting that
drink.
there's a point. I don't want to say valeting again, but I said it. There's a point while I'm doing that. It's like I'm just getting back into music again. Cause I had left music alone. I'm trying to sell life insurance and do real estate.
Oh, that's like a else.
Yeah, can you imagine
That's
the
where
alternative
elsewhere
universe?
world. Like, that's like really elsewhere world.
acro-
right there.
across the
So-
Jodeci verse.
so-
where it is like-
Across the Jodeci verse.
So my
He's an
cousin,
insurance salesman.
so my cousin is
Life
my cousin
insurance?
has a big song out on MTV at the point.
okay.
What's
and
the track?
It's called "You Got Me." His
Okay.
name Dapper. He's
What's his name?
Dapper.
Oh.
He's a brilliant songwriter. So my cousin asked me to come do a video with him one time. He said he needed a DJ, but I'm not even DJ. He just said he needs somebody to fill in as a
Okay, yeah,
DJ.
to be
Right.
So
the
I'm just
person.
the video is online too. The
We will post this.
video's
I'm
online.
interested to
So
see.
I'm in the video DJing, right?
Yeah.
You
But-
want to actually DJ?
But I'm not actually DJing. I'm just in the back doing this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yo,
That's all you need.
he has a DJ origin story.
Because
Like
his
none of
DJ
it,
his DJ is on tour. So that boy, the person who taught me how to DJ, was on tour. So at that point, my cousin is like, he just signed a record deal, and I'm rolling with him, and I'm like, and I'm working at this fucking job, and I'm like, man, this shit is for the birds, and I'm already like crazy in my mind. I'm already like, how do the fuck I get out of here? So at that point, I'm starting to get the inclination to go. So I'm going to these studio sessions, and that boy, shout out to DJ That Boy, that's who taught me how to DJ. He's bringing me to the studio.
What that boy at now?
He's probably in Texas now. He still DJs, but he
Okay,
does
okay.
like, he still DJs. He
Okay.
does shit at the House of Blues with Kurt. Shout out Kurt 5 Star.
Okay.
So he brings me to the studio. He teaches me how to DJ on techniques, and I'm learning that. And from that point, I'm like, I'm about to do this, but I'm about to just do it for a side hobby. I'm not even about to do it seriously. I just want to do something because I hate this job, and I'm at my job trying to get niggas to leave. You know what I'm saying?
No plan. He's just like,
No plan.
Trying to unionize
get out of
my
here.
job. It's
Like,
not
where we
happening.
Look, imagine if they would have
a strike here.
Imagine if they would have quit. Like he convinced them to finally quit.
No, like, all right,
and they
quit
walk
your
outside.
job.
They walk outside. They're like, all right, so what now?
I'm gonna tell you a
What do we
couple of
do
niggas.
now?
I'm gonna tell you there's a couple of niggas who worked at the same spot with me who are doing amazing right now. There's Shadzilla. He's a personal trainer for like damn near everybody in the city. Me and him worked the same. Well, he worked the PM shift. I worked overnight. So I would come in at like 11 and work 11 to 7 in the morning. And my other man John, he's the only black brewer in Louisiana.
Oh, tight.
And he does Cajun brewing, Cajun fire brewing.
Okay.
So John was working that valet job with me. Shad was working that valet job with me.
Came up.
And it was a couple of us there, and I would say, look, we need to get off the plantation. And there was a point.
Well, you inspired him for
Apparently,
sure.
yeah,
Hey,
you did.
apparently it worked. I was
we-
joking, but damn.
We was on the same
pulled
time.
a
We was on the same
Yeah,
type of
bro.
time. There was at one point where they had this Asian, right? And it was an Asian guy, and he had like long locks, like long Asian hair. And then, they had other guys, and it was like, well, y'all got to cut y'all dreadlocks or cut it down. I'm like, the fuck we got to cut our hair for? This Asian nigga over here, Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah, I'm not cutting my hair. So the reason, I didn't even have dreads at the time. The reason I started growing my hair was in protest.
What hairstyle? What
okay.
hairstyle did you have?
Who?
You.
You.
Oh, I was just growing it. I just had a bush. I had no idea.
A
I
little
had
fro?
Oh no! At that point, I just had a fade.
Oh,
I just
okay.
had a low cut fade.
Okay.
And then I started
I'm
growing
trying to get a mental image here.
I started growing my hair, right?
Yeah.
And I started growing it and not combing it. So I would just come to work with a nappy hair, and it started to knot up. So that's why I got freeform locks, because my hair started to knot up because I was like, I'm not combing it, and I would not wash my uniform.
That's how I got my hair too.
You know what I'm saying? I would not wash my uniform to be like, I'm protesting this
You're trying to show
job.
up smelly. You're trying to transfer a little bit of yourself to the car.
I'm just trying to get I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
But I'm not doing anything extra for these people for $8 an hour, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that was
Yeah.
my whole ideology. But the reason I got fired was because there was a man who was calling down to get his car every morning. And he would call at 5 in the morning every time. and I was like, bro, it would be quicker for you to just come down here and get it, because I'm
Yeah.
asleep in the back.
You're like just being real, just being just like,
Like-
listen, bro, I'm sleeping.
That's probably what
Can
he
you
told.
just come down here and
Yeah.
knock on the door?
Oh,
and it'll be
That's probably
so
what he
quick.
told his manager too.
So-
He probably told the man, like, bro, what do you want me to do? I'm
So
fucking
he would
sleeping.
call
Yeah.
and let the phone ring for 30 minutes. Literally.
off.
He would
Fuck
just let the
off.
phone ring for 30 minutes. So at that point,
That
it,
is insane.
it started a cold war between me and him.
Well,
It was
this
a-
is when you know people have too much money and too much time.
That's what I'm saying. It was a stalemate. I'm like, I'm not answering that phone because you're fucking with me. You're bothering me while
Yeah.
I'm asleep.
That's all. That
Notice-
was his
I
time.
gave
Notice
you a
that
quick
he
solution.
was on the job at
Yeah.
the same
I gave you a quick solution. You can
Like,
just come down.
you can just come
You
down.
gave him a job,
And-
unpaid. It's unpaid.
Because if you come, I gotta go get your car. That's bare
Yeah, that's
minimum.
number one.
Yeah.
I gotta go do that.
Yeah.
So if you come, ring the bell, I'm gonna go get your car. But you just wanted me to have the car sitting for you. I'm not doing that for you, white man. That's not happening. Come down here, I'm gonna go get your car. But if you call it for 30 minutes, I said, like, you being petty. So at some point he went to the office inside. It was like, yo, this valet is not doing it. Da 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 da. So they was like, look, bro, it just took me off the schedule. So that was the end of.
5 years as a valet.
Well, it's the best
Yeah.
thing that could have, probably one of the best things.
Oh, it was the best thing that happened to me. After that, I started DJing at the boot.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I was already doing it like while I was valeting, but
I remember, like, yeah, you and Mikey would be DJing at the boot. I remember,
Yeah,
like, that's how
I did
y'all-
that.
That's how y'all started out. Like,
no, Mikey was DJing at the boot way before me.
Okay, fair.
He the
Okay.
reason I got on over there, cause Mikey ran the boot, and he so at that time I was like, I just wanna I'm just doing gigs, and Mikey was like, man, I probably could get you on at the boot, and I was
How you and Mikey met?
Yeah.
at one of my parties.
Oh.
Like when
Which one?
I was doing Lemon Heads. I was doing a day party called Lemon Heads, and Mikey probably was the first person who came up there. He came up to me and introduced himself, and we was just like, we connected ever since. Cause at that point I was playing more, 90s shit. I was playing. Me and Mike was playing similar styles at the time, and look, we like after I got fired, I started doing a radio show, an internet radio show with Mikey. It was called Monstars Mix Show. And we did that for 2 years. I did the boot for 4 years. Till they fired me from the boot too, though.
Wait, what happened?
happened there?
How do you get fired from the boot? I feel like
We're just
boot
gonna
is
go through
probably-
your CV
The
and
boot
hear
is
everything.
probably one of the most racist establishments in the city.
well,
I mean,
fuck
it is a bunch of like touring
In the
kids
country,
there, but also
but-
let's see.
Funny story.
Mhm.
One of the managers from the valet, his name is Xander, started managing the boot.
Damn.
Hilarious.
Just your luck, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hilarious.
This like
And-
this is a whole movie
the,
right here.
The
This
guy
right
that
here.
hired me to the boot had left, and then Xander from the valet came in. And the boot, sometimes I would be playing, and they would text me, "Hey man, like, there's a lot of black people not buying drinks, so that means they want me to change the music." So they would text me that during sets.
And that can be like code for like there's too many black people having
There
fun
was
right
it
now.
was definitely code for that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't code. They said it, right?
Yeah.
But I was the only black DJ at the boot at the time.
Right.
For like 3 years. I don't think they got black DJs there now. to
I
be
mean, I
honest
don't
with you.
know
Who
was
DJs
doing-
there now?
Like,
What,
who-
random
I
Josie?
wouldn't know.
do we even know?
At this time, it was me, Mikey, and this other DJ named Two Nights. And some of them, like Two Nights, probably had 2 nights out the week because the DJs was Wednesday, Thursday.
That's why it was 2 nights.
Yeah.
yeah, that.
It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Mikey had Saturday night, I had Friday night, and Two Nights had Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and
2
Thursday.
nights. Had 2 nights. Yeah, all
nights.
2 nights.
But Two Nights was a hard DJ, but he had like 8 kids, so he had to DJ.
Sounds like he was definitely a little too nice.
Yeah, so he had to DJ. So it was only 4 nights out the week, and I had the Friday night before Mikey. You can't, like, if you ever go to the boot, seeing Mikey DJ at the boot is a different experience. I was just trying to keep up with Mikey.
I was trying to go for Tequila Sunrise
Yeah,
this year, but I
yeah.
could not make it.
No, nobody made him. I mean, I'm gonna try to catch this
Nobody
show.
made it.
I'm gonna try to catch
wait, what's
it.
Tequila Sunrise?
So Tequila Sunrise is, I believe it's the day before Mardi Gras.
It's Mardi Gras Day.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like
Well, wait,
it's
so it's
you
just like-
you pull up at 2 a.m. and the party goes until the sun comes up.
So just like Mardi Gras night, people are
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Okay, got it,
exactly.
okay.
That's always at the boot.
At the boot,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Tequila
Yeah.
Sunrise is specifically
That's
at the
wild.
boot.
Yeah, and they turn all the lights off at like 5. So and they pitch out all the black windows, and then they give all these kids like rolls of toilet paper, and they give them like neon lights around their neck. So it lights up with neon lights, and they
Okay.
just throw fucking paper towels in there. It's a crazy shit show.
Sounds
Okay.
really eco-friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm just
wouldn't want to
kidding.
clean it up. but-
Mad napkins.
Yeah.
Mad napkins. So yeah, that's that's my origin. You had a job you hated?
I mean, God. Let's see. I mean, I worked at the Gap for like less than like
Well, Kanye West.
a month. Yeah, like another thing where just like a video was like in the back just being like, just like damn spaceship, gotta get off the slave ship.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, no, that was like, and I quickly got out of that one.
What Gap you worked at?
I worked at the one in Canal Place.
Okay, word.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And it-
from here though, right?
Yeah, I'm from here. Like
Yeah.
I'm from the West Bank.
Okay,
that's a yes.
bet.
But I was like out there for like a month, maybe like a month and a half, and it was just like only tourists. Like they would want to argue about coupons and stuff like that. I was just like being like, I don't think this job's for me.
No.
Yeah, and then I
no.
ended up working at like getting a job at Best Buy, like
Oh.
back on the West Bank, and
Yeah.
just being like, all right, I'm out. This pays more actually, and I also work by myself in the warehouse. So
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've always had jobs where I worked by myself. If I had to work with people, it was a bad thing.
it can be rough and can be draining. Just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I delivered pizza, like right after
Yeah.
Katrina, and I had to go to the cutoff. Like I used to have to be in the cutoff.
I was.
I was working for Papa John's, so
Okay.
so they would get mad at me at Papa John's because they would be like, because you have to you have to put the
Yeah, put a thing on top of your car.
in the car, right?
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm not going into the cutoff is the hood. If you didn't know, it's like and after Katrina it was dangerous as fuck. It's like one way
Okay.
in, one way out.
Yeah.
So I'm
Where?
on the West Bank.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Gotcha.
it was like, so what I would do is, I would not put that thing on my car, and then I would take my pizza shirt off. I would just walk to people's doors like it's my house. Like, look, I'm outside. I'm coming with your pizza.
Yeah.
You know, getting my money.
Were
I,
you shirtless handing
No,
them
I was
pizza?
just-
I'm sure you
I just had like a black tee on because I was like,
Yeah,
y'all
okay.
not about to rob me for
Yeah.
no $200.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right,
So-
yeah.
Because
also,
they was
like-
robbing pizza men back then.
And I'm sure also
Yeah.
like the lights, like all the lights weren't still on like back then. It was,
Fuck
like,
no.
probably dark as
I was
fuck.
in a dark ass cutoff.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
bruh,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not about to keep doing this shit.
No, yeah.
It
no.
got to a point where I started eating shit off people's pizzas and shit.
What, that's like a cul-de-sac.
I could
in
totally
Redmond?
see that.
It's not a cul-de-sac. It's the cutoff. It's like
Where is it? What part
it's
of
like
West
it's an Algiers. It's at the end. What a fucking cutoff. How do I describe what a
you get
cutoff
off at
is?
the Algiers exit. You go. You make the.
You go all the way down,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they have.
Like towards like the.
It's like
the city,
going.
or
So it's
towards
like
the-
going towards the river, like towards
Okay.
General Maya type shit.
Okay.
It's like little sections. It's a cut. It's literally a cutoff of the city. It's all
Yeah.
the way at the end of the city.
Okay.
It's like before you get to before you go to English Turn type shit.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
This is very localized if you not from here. But yeah, I used to do that, and I was doing that. But when I would come back, they were like, "Why the fuck you don't got the pizza?" I'm like, "Bruh, y'all don't pay me enough for this shit either." I would always tell niggas
I'm
you
about to
don't,
get
you don't
robbed.
you don't pay me
Yeah.
enough. That was my line, and
Right.
I eventually got fired.
Well, it's for the greater good,
Well,
you know?
yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we here now.
And now you're making
We here now.
music.
Yeah,
And,
we making music now. We doing this. I don't think I could be doing that. Would you be doing something else? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't just like MCing with me, like what else would
I
you
mean-
do? You know what
No,
I'm saying?
no,
I don't
but that's
know
the
what I would
thing
be
is
doing.
like the intervention
DJing?
happened. The divine connection happened.
Yeah.
You can't think of what would be because it wouldn't.
Well,
It's an
I
alternate
think,
alternate universe.
I think if I was doing
Setdeflo
something
multiverse?
else, I probably would be like a computer programmer or something.
I mean, you could still do that if you want to.
I mean, I also like I always like tell people, or I kind of like a question I would ask, like if you didn't have to worry about money for the rest of your life, what would you do? Like if
What,
you just
what
like
would I do? Yeah.
yeah, if you
Oh,
could just
If
chill,
I had to-
if you
I
just
would-
chill.
Yeah, I would still.
I would double down on this
You're
shit.
still- you
Yeah,
double
I'll still be
Yeah.
doing it for sure.
Yeah,
I would do
that's like
even
being on the
more. I would do
move.
even. I would be even more aggravating.
I feel like
You be doing the most?
I double down even more. Like, this is the thing. Like, there's two sides to this coin. Like, the broker I am, I probably double down on this just because I'm like, this
Yeah,
guy,
you
this,
like, you want to hustle.
this has
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah, it has to work.
and the more money I would have, I probably would double down because it's just like I could do whatever the fuck I want now.
Yeah.
I could just go.
I could
buy,
just
I
do-
could go
do-
buy fucking.
Yeah, do weird shit.
Yeah, go
You know
buy
what I'm
a
saying?
bar.
You just-
Yeah. So it's like,
I will say in the same way that like heartbreak or like intense emotions. Speaking of intense emotions, this music.
this is nutty.
This is
It's dope. I
crazy.
fuck with it.
Yeah.
But like in the same way that you can get a lot of creative inspiration out of like big emotional swings, financial pressure also is good for that. And I feel like I am, you know, if I could do things with more money, that would be great. But like I'm grateful to have experienced being for once sometimes in the perspective that it's made me push harder
Yeah.
or
so
like go
you
harder
just go DIY
on an artistic
shit.
front, you
No.
know?
No, that's perfect because like, you know, I mean everything for me personally was built out of not having. And especially in New Orleans anyway. Like we don't have an infrastructure. So
No, yeah.
we kind of build everything on our own. Like Chill, you was doing like the all black, like the black only parties. Like
Yeah.
you doing it because out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
all right, it's not here. Nobody's making it for us. That goes to our question tonight.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
the gatekeeping. Is
Okay,
gatekeeping,
was that the main? Okay.
Yeah, is gatekeeping
I did see
necessary
that on the
or
post. And that would be,
vital?
I do have, as in like thoughts about like, as in talking to people, and basically being like, in a way, is what we do gatekeeping, and is that like a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, what is gatekeeping to you? I think is a good question to start with.
To me,
To anybody here.
for me, did that cookie hit yet?
Chill's higher than a motherfucker right now.
To me, gatekeeping. So there's a positive connotation to gatekeeping and a negative one.
Sure.
And which one do we want to talk about.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing, really, right?
Is it the same
it's
thing?
two sides of the same coin, I think.
So it's like
I guess
Democrat-
it's kinda
it's
like your
Democrats and
Well,
Republicans.
let's
talk
talk
about
about the positives of gatekeeping,
Okay.
and then let's talk about the purpose of gatekeeping,
I'll let you talk. I think you can speak more on like the necessity
All right,
of gatekeeping.
or the necessity.
all right.
I kinda-
This what I would say.
Yeah.
Quality control. Quality control is important, and
For
and-
who?
for who?
Yes.
For the community.
Who are we? Okay, but I
But
think
who am I-
paint a picture. Paint a picture for the audience. Who is being gate kept?
Well, let me explain.
Okay.
Right? I feel like, all right, there's the open market. Now, for me, I have a love-hate relationship. Not even love-hate. I have a weird relationship with this because if I wanted to gatekeep some niggas, I could. I could tell niggas like, look, y'all, if you fuck with these, I'm not fucking with y'all no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like, at some point, it's like, I gotta kind of stand on business, be like, my product is good enough that it can compete with anything else, and I don't necessarily need to gatekeep anything. But at the same time, there's a quality control aspect of it for the consumers who don't know the difference between DJ Joe Blow and this DJ.
Yeah.
So it'll dilute, it dilutes our community or our sector as DJs and entertainers when we don't, and not gatekeeping, we don't have like, yo, this is how we run plays in this culture or in this business.
So you need like an education system, really.
Yeah, to be like,
Instead
yeah,
of gatekeeping, is it educating? Because when
it's
I
always about educating
It's
to
up-
me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I fully agree with that. I feel like it also can be like with quality control and educating and stuff like that. Is it still just like being like when kind of like, let's say someone comes up to you and just being like, yo, like put me on, love to work with you, blah blah blah. Is it where you kind of like check out their stuff and being like, oh, this isn't what I'm looking for? And is that kind of like, is that a form of gatekeeping for you? Like,
Well, this is the thing. Like, there's DJs who come up to us all the time, and they just not ready. And
Yeah.
and it's not on some like, cause me and Chill was that's what we did. We was the predecessor for even doing that. No one was like putting cats on their DJ sets, honestly, like that before we was doing that.
Right.
That's something that's that shit came off the heels of Setdeflo. Let's get
Right.
the fucking facts straight, right? Like a lot of shit that's going on now is coming off the heels of what me and Chill was doing and what Cinders was doing back, 5-6 years ago, what
Yeah.
Pink Room was doing 7-8 years ago.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not like being in the Pink Room. We was always about community and putting cats on. But the place where we at now, it's like we have like when people come to the show and we charge, because when we was doing the shit for free, anybody could show up. But now we charge you $15, $20 to come to a show, and niggas complaining about, yo, that's a lot of money.
Right.
And now we putting on a nigga who just came out of nowhere because he might have some clout, and he don't even know how to work the fucking turntables or plug his shit in. Now it's like,
Right.
all right, we can't be putting that shit out there, because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, Setdeflo was weak tonight.
yeah.
It ain't
Right.
it ain't that DJ was weak. It was Setdeflo was weak tonight.
And that
Well,
can be.
well, to me, almost like what you're talking about is more filtration and less gatekeeping, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Well, I'll let you go
No,
first,
you go
Heelturn.
ahead. Like I feel like it's,
What I
Okay.
what I think about gatekeeping, and my definition might not be the socially accepted definition, so I'll put that out there. But when I think of gatekeeping, I think about a person that has access to something that other people don't, and they're limiting access. And from my perspective, when it's good to gatekeep, it is when me as the person that has the information or the stuff or whatever it is at a disadvantage socially in structure.
Okay.
I can gatekeep from someone that has more privilege than me because that creates an equilibrium. Versus if I'm the person with privilege that is also limiting access, that is highly problematic.
Yeah.
So to put that in context, I think as like senior members of the community, or like becoming senior members of the
Old
community,
niggas, yeah.
us people, we should not be gatekeeping information from the youth. We should be giving it to them, but with careful instruction, right? We should be giving them the tools to do better than what we've done, because that's how the world gets better.
Well, that's facts.
But
That's facts, yeah.
but when it gets to a situation like this in a black city that is being taken over by white gentrifiers, that's a hard line to define. Because if you are encountering people that are coming up in the community that have had access or have tools that are coming from larger metropolitan cities that want to utilize the tools that you're giving out freely to other people in the community that deserve them, and they're using them and they're already coming from a place of privilege, withholding those tools from those people creates an equilibrium. So I think in terms of serving the city of New Orleans, there are absolutely places to gatekeep, specifically within the black community.
I definitely would like to speak on that because
Let me turn you up, chill.
yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely, to me, I believe, of course, it's like gatekeeping is not a physical thing, right? And it's more of a concept, if anything. But I've definitely felt as if I've been gatekeeped before. And reason being, this is what made me realize I was being gatekeeped. So I have a story that made me realize I was being gatekeeped. It was actually, I don't want to say the venue but it was a very popular venue. It's a very popular venue, a venue I used to go to, like, whatever. It's still popular right now. And as I was walking out, the security guard stopped me, and I don't really know this person. Like, he pulled me to the side. He's like, yo, chill. Like, whatever you doing, you gotta stop doing. They're watching you. Like, they're talking. Yeah, I'm dead serious. He was like, they're talking about you here. These people, you know what I'm saying? These people, they're talking about you. They know who you are, and they're talking about you. And I'll tell you what the venue was after.
The After Dark
pod.
episode.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's what made me. And then bam, like, so I was like, okay, like, let me start actually like applying for opportunities. You know, after that, and this is like year 1 of Setdeflo, so like,
Yeah.
shit's like popping off right now. And I was like, yeah, okay, you know, there's opportunities out here for somebody just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's like on the rise or whatever you want to call it, like on a certain trajectory. And at every turn, I was met with a no. Whether it came to like, okay, here's these 15 artists we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna provide. We're gonna get you straight da. Like, it'll be like just a bunch. You name it. Just a bunch of shit I applied for, and just the people they went to was crazy. It was just like, yo, like, I'm right here doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, that's to me like during that time, like, that's one of the most important times in modern dance culture history in New Orleans. And for that just to be like, nope.
Well, I felt like I felt like you may have been gatekeeped at the time, because I feel like you was even more vocal then than you are now.
Yeah, I was.
And
I mean, hard facts.
And on the trajectory, what we was doing was something probably new to the community. I think that some people could have been jealous and just was like, you already got your cake.
Yeah, I've actually been told that.
You don't need more
for
cake.
a specific.
Yeah.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
like
saying?
that's
I've actually been told that.
And
for
probably like a lot of people
yeah.
like do look at that, just being like, "All right, you got your own thing. Just like you don't need this. You don't need to like be like a part of like whatever. Like just being like, oh, we're like building something like new or whatever. Yeah, just like
I needed it. I needed that shit. That's why I'm like, I needed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
I'm still, because now I'm here still treading fucking water with this shit.
Yeah, as an artist, certain things fulfill us.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're trying to like do like as much as you can in a very like quality control way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well, and
Yeah.
and also like if you want to be like a part of something, like you're also like reaching out being, hey, I want to be part of this, I want to be part of that.
Right.
To have someone being like, no, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Is not like that's not like
So I
what
definitely
you want to.
Th-
Yeah.
th- there's
definitely
that-
gave me a chip on my
like
shoulder. for
like
sure,
let's
too.
say I feel like sometimes
Do you want to speak it? Do you want to say it?
no, I'm trying to say this, but because it's like I don't want to get too off the rails and be like, well, sometimes the audience could gatekeep you. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
Yeah,
man,
no,
that's
we
like
just-
that's
no,
like
for
that's
sure.
next level.
Anyone-
That's 4D chess.
Anyone
yeah.
can gatekeep.
Well,
Yeah.
this is
Anyone can
this,
gatekeep.
this
That's
the
real.
thing.
That's real. No, that's real.
This the thing,
That's
right?
real. That's
Like
real.
sometimes, right? Like I play a certain way for Setdeflo. People fuck with Setdeflo a certain way, and we introducing new ideas to the community,
Right.
and the community is always not responsive to the new ideas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now we have to operate in a certain way. Like for instance, Big Baller Dance Club. Because it's because it's a new flyer, people like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. We're not even
it's-
operating with that. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't
So
mean
it's-
like it's new flyer, new venue,
Yeah.
new style, just like
Yeah.
a different idea.
So
of
it's
what
like,
you do.
all right, I'm not used to that. So it's something I'm not about to give credence to right now. And I don't complain about it. This the thing.
Well, we don't even know if that's the case.
I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just saying. That's why I say I don't.
Hypothetically.
That's why I'm saying hypothetically.
Sure.
Get deep in the weeds.
I got
Right.
You know-
but do you feel that way?
Do I
Is
feel
like
that
a
way?
thing? Yeah.
I don't know yet because it's the dog days of summer.
And
Mm,
it's,
yeah.
you know, it's, yeah, we had like our first.
But what I will say is, I felt that way before when it came to us doing shit.
But that's the
me,
thing.
Okay.
You know, to me, who you are is the summer. Like that's who
Yeah.
you are. Like that's what you really. That's your bare bones
Minimum.
That's your minimum right there.
Well-
But you don't have the audience that can like feel like
but
like have that feedback to you.
Yeah, if
in
you're
the
starting
summer.
something new, it's hard to establish
to, like,
what
just,
what struck a chord.
Right, and if like you have like maybe like 20 people, because like that's the 20 people that are out that night, it's hard to like see that feedback.
But even still, like I feel like that hardcore because I think what got us through
Yeah.
was the fact that okay, at a certain point, like even our worst dog days, we would get a hardcore.
Yeah.
We had a hardcore base.
Yeah.
That would come in from start to motherfucking finish, no matter how no matter
And
what.
we still have
Yeah,
that
and it'll be
with
just
OG
like-
Set
yeah,
the
yeah,
Flow.
yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
we trying to introduce something new
And-
for like the Tulane kids uptown. And I know a lot of people look at it that crazy because like for me personally, and I'm talking shop on the radio show because like if you're listening,
Oh,
you're listening.
Yeah, talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like for me, I feel like
That's every episode.
this the thing. It's the thing. I feel like everybody look at the dance community as some run-of-the-mill $5, $10 shit. It's cheap. I'm gonna come out like a cheap hooker or a cheap whore. Excuse me to the sex workers. There's cheap whores and there's expensive whores.
We
You
just
know-
saying we expensive for us.
You
That's
know
all.
who you are. We expensive whores. And what I'm saying is this. I'm saying, like, for our community, like how you could go to the Metro and they could charge a $300 bottle service situation. I'm not saying everybody wants to pay that, but there should be an experience for people who wants to come in and sit in a section and also enjoy the night on some like posh shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no posh experiences right now in the community, and I feel like we could offer that on some from a dance perspective. And I kind of want to tap into that a little bit to give our shit, it's like basically to put some respect on our city as a culture, because you can't demand like all right, if DJ is just getting $100, that's because you're behaving like you $100 instead of behaving like, yo, I'm worth. Because DJ should be getting way more than what
Oh,
they're
yeah.
making.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Like,
in other
This is
cities,
true
like, in other-
nationwide.
Yeah, in other cities and everywhere, just like
Yeah.
Yes.
But they don't behave as such. You know?
Yeah.
I turn a lot of shit down, and people think I'm an asshole, and people think maybe stuck up when I get my numbers
it's
out.
But
good.
you know your worth. You
Yeah.
know
And
your worth. Yeah.
I gotta say this on the show because people need to hear this: is that if you accept a job at $100 for a 2 to 4 hour set, you are devaluing every other DJ in the city
Yeah.
by accepting that gig. Because if you take that money, you're saying, well, this is really all it takes. And especially if you're good. Then you're
Yeah.
saying, well, you can pay for quality at this rate. And then it lowers the value of everybody else that's doing the same work as
Right.
you.
And
That's
that's-
true about any art.
And it's hard to like fight for that value for other people. It's also just like being like it's just setting up just a standard that it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're just,
Exactly.
Like, we can't like it's not sustainable.
That's what I'm
Exactly,
saying.
because then people
Yeah.
will think, oh, well, I can get a good DJ for 2 to 4 hours for $100, and it's like, well, you can, but you shouldn't, because that is not the true value of what they're doing.
And really just trying to raise our market value.
You gotta unionize.
You know,
Just kidding.
I mean, well,
Just kidding.
honestly-
I'm just
honestly,
kidding.
Real talk, DJs should unionize.
I wouldn't be
At
against
least
it, but
collect.
If
At least collect.
If you're in the goddamn DJ group chat that I am, and
No, we got you out,
I didn't know
remember?
there was one.
you didn't know about this?
I didn't know about this.
Oh, I'm trying to get out of it.
Oh, you're trying to get
Oh, I got you
out.
out.
No.
Yeah, I got you out.
Okay, cool.
But also,
It hasn't been popping up in my shit. You might be right.
I got you.
You probably did take it off.
There's a
That's
DJ
good.
group chat.
That's it. Yeah. Actually, if y'all want to, if y'all
it's
wanna,
where they're accepting the $100
No,
gigs for
no,
4
if
hours.
y'all
set.
want-
Oh yeah, someone said like
no,
I'm digging this.
if y'all want to
$100
be in it, just holler at Flacco. He'll get y'all in it.
Okay,
Okay, no.
Holler at
yeah.
Flacco. He'll put y'all in it. I got out of it because you know, some of the gigs, I just can't do it, bro.
I mean, it's like it's rough out here because I feel like it's such a hot commodity to get a DJ. Like people just always want a DJ for this, and it almost doesn't even matter. Just like if you can control decks, it doesn't even matter. Just like what kind of vibe you bring, how long you've been doing it, how well you can do it. People are just trying to find it.
It does matter after they leave, though.
And
once
after
you,
they leave, yeah,
now
see-
you know. Oh,
see-
it matters.
You see the money return.
Yeah.
But there's like so much opportunity here, and,
Yeah, and
people are just like they don't appreciate it. It's like
And
it's real.
I think the difference here from like New York too is like, at least from what I observed, like is that it's just that we're behind on DJ culture. Period. Here, like for as you know, because even in general, I do believe like okay,
You're ahead of LA, I'll tell you that.
I was gonna say like
I'm
Well,
serious.
not with the talent wise. I'm talking about like the industry.
I'm talking about the infrastructure. They don't
Okay,
pay
okay.
shit for DJs in
Okay,
LA
okay.
unless you're running the show.
Yeah.
If
But-
you're
and
running
that's-
the show,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a different story.
And I think that's what we need, like, more of too. Is just like, you know, giving like people do need a spot where they can get their shit off. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have people who.
Well, they're doing it at Valentina on the West Bank right now.
Right.
oh yeah,
right,
with the
right.
open
Yeah.
decks.
Yeah, the open decks. That's tomorrow night, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Have you been over there?
No, I need to go tap in over there. My
Okay.
car was in the shop for a while.
You want to pull up tomorrow?
I might
mean,
think about
honestly,
pulling
yeah,
up
if y'all
tomorrow.
pull up tomorrow, I'll
Yeah.
pull up
I'm
tomorrow.
thinking
Alright,
about.
Let's all go.
Yeah,
Field
okay.
trip.
You know, but I would say like they need to have. My main thing is I can't do everything, right? Jodeci is not Superman.
Contrary to popular belief.
I'm just talking shit. But what I'm saying is, like, they need so many different nights. And I would love to do a Tuesday night. I just don't have the capacity to do a Tuesday night. I would love to do a Tuesday night strictly deep house.
Yeah.
Strictly fucking
See,
deep house.
that's what we need more of. Bro.
we need more of those
We need,
nights.
We need more.
We do.
just
We do need more of those nights.
And, you know, remember
You
I
gotta
did
be
the Bud
on
Rips.
this show on Tuesday
I just did
nights.
that.
Right,
I just did the
right.
Bud Rips. I just did Bud Rips when I did the pop up at Bud Rips.
Yeah,
It kind of
okay.
it got popped. It popped up. I did a random Thursday, I think. And you know what I'm saying?
that was a Tuesday.
That was a Tuesday. It was a
Was
Tuesday.
it
Yeah,
Tuesday?
it was.
Okay.
It was before we were doing the radio show
Yeah,
consistently
it was
on
a Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Oh, and it
Yeah.
popped off. And
Yeah. But how much did they pay you?
I didn't-
Nothing.
I
it was a
didn't know.
free
Let's
gig.
say, yeah, it was
That's
a
what I'm
free
saying.
gig?
And
Hold up.
But
Hold
see,
up.
that's
Hold up.
why I'm like, yo.
Let me answer when they ask to be
there has
that.
to be a little balance, right?
I told him I don't want nothing.
Okay, so you just wanted to like.
I
do that
wanted to
like,
do
see-
something I wanted to do something as a. I wanted to I like to get proof of concepts.
But
I like
also,
to get proof of concepts.
See, and what I feel like I noticed with you just probably from seeing you around, is that sometimes I feel like I've seen you just like practice, put ideas out there.
Yeah.
Just like on a random, just like you'll come
Yeah.
by like grind on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Come in before everyone else.
Yeah.
Put your ideas down. Put transitions down. Like put it in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
with some reactive audience.
Yeah, I'm
some
trying to
people
do it
bounce
in real
off
time.
of.
But
yeah.
but this is the thing. Look, if DJs want to fuck with me, I could grow your night for you.
You don't have time to do that.
No,
Don't offer that right now.
No.
blow up.
He does not have time. This man does not have time. Do not text this man.
No,
Nah, I'm just joking,
I'm
I'm
dead
just joking.
serious.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
dead serious. I will give.
You can come on the show and get advice. We should have an advice
I will give
episode.
niggas some consultations
Call in.
on like
Call in on the radio show.
developing a night outside of the weekend. Outside of the weekend.
Yeah.
Because what I think Prescott does with Thursdays, I
Yes.
think
Yes.
I think he's been doing it.
Shout
but
out
I've
Boy
always told
Toy.
Prescott he should double down on it and really take it serious.
Yeah.
I'm going to give constructive criticism tonight. It could go much harder.
No, yeah, I've definitely.
But also, like,
yeah.
as someone who's been there, like, on those Thursday nights, people show up around 2, 3
No.
a.m. and they're, like, packed.
People
Like,
do show up
Yeah.
around 2, 3 days. But I'm saying that's a po' boy joke. But at
And
the
he
same
gets
time,
the right
I love the Thursday night. I
DJs.
love the Thursday night
Yeah.
jokes. And I honestly, I would have took that night if it wasn't Prescott. If Prescott wasn't my homie,
Where you're gonna,
you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I wouldn't have took it. But I'm saying, like, that's a perfect
It's
night.
like a perfect night for it.
It's
yeah.
a perfect night. I think Tuesday night is a perfect night. I think they should have a Monday just straight up soul on the 45.
Bro,
I think they
in
should
New
have
York,
a chick.
bro, they got something every day.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Every
And
I
then
think-
fucking
that's
Yeah.
day.
real.
Let me throw this out there.
Yeah,
out there.
go ahead,
Every
yeah.
day.
If
It's
OK
there.
Bar want to make some fucking money for real, they would find the best soul DJ and put them in the back room in that red room on a Monday night.
Yeah.
And just grow it every week.
But, like, that's, like, are they gonna, like, go up and just, like, Soul Sister, like, do this for, like, 1K? Like, they
No,
don't
but
have the
Soul
money
Sister
to.
don't have to do it. It could
It
be
could be-
another.
it could be someone
It could
else.
be somebody else who got 45s.
Yeah.
And just go play the rum.
Yeah.
And it'll be a drunk fucking night and they'll get packed the fuck out. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody is doing nothing in the community. They wait for me and fucking Lenny and Prick to come out on
Yeah.
this weekend to pop some shit off and then complain when we popping
Yeah.
and tell you don't get you don't deserve no more fucking cake. Nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I built my shit on my own. I was doing black only shit. Why don't you grow something on your own and stop fucking pigeon holding and doing what the fuck we doing and coming behind us after we, you know, where we've been since we've been in the Domino. How many shows been at the fucking Domino?
Like, probably what? Y'all did this
we did.
four? This
We
fourth
we,
one?
we did.
This will be 4.
We did the Domino in May. They've been. No one was at the Domino before we showed up.
And, yo, straight up, y'all fucking... What y'all done with the Dominoes?
Yeah.
I will say,
Amazing.
Good Extreme was over there.
Good Extreme.
Good Extreme
Oh,
was
yeah,
over
he was
there.
there.
He
Yeah,
was
no,
over there.
he
Let me.
like
Let me.
brought him, yeah.
But I
Good
was-
Extreme was
I
over
wasn't
there.
talking about him.
Oh, I know, but I'm just
But,
saying.
like,
I'm keeping it real with. We're
Yeah.
talking about DJs in the community. Let's
Yeah.
be straight up.
But people don't go to Domino for a dance party.
They
That's
don't.
why
No,
they
no,
didn't go
'cause
there.
it's not
Like,
that type of
it's not
vibe.
It's not that type of vibe.
yeah.
And the other thing
But they're
is,
going now.
it's a totally different energy when we're there because we changed the entire
They're going
vibe
now.
of the venue.
And I'm not saying that to degrade on the community. I'm saying there are opportunities outside of doing what we're doing. That's why I was shouting out Spinarelli because what they're doing at Valentina
Spinelli. Yeah.
Spinelli.
Yeah, same.
I fucks with that. I
is
fucks with
Yeah,
that.
important.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
shout
what
out
I'm-
Spinelli.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
They're
right,
doing it
right,
on a
right.
Wednesday night.
Right,
and they're doing it on the
right,
fucking West
right,
Bank.
right.
I
Shout
don't
out
want to
to
go on the
that.
West Bank.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
told Spinelli, I'm like,
I
look,
can't-
I will
yeah.
come over there because you fucking with it and you doing
And they
something.
got
Yeah.
a van.
Yeah.
They
Important
got
for
a
the culture.
van
Yeah.
that
That's
will
like good for you.
transport
That's-
you over there and back
That's important.
from here.
We're now doing on a Sunday. Just trying to
Yeah.
grow in the Sunday night groove.
Yeah, Chill was just
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
But do you
Sunday.
also see like as like the same mode of like reggae night at Dragon's Den?
Oh, that was my fucking
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, Wednesday night, like
Right.
just like
That
everyone
was
would,
my
like,
shit.
Middle of the week,
Bro,
everyone would go there. Just like
That's
the
what
deal.
that's why I'm even DJing. I grew up on
Okay.
going out on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I didn't grow up coming out on fucking Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, 'cause
But
you
here's
had
what you're
I grew up
seeing
on
with people
Wednesdays
that are
and
growing
Thursdays.
shit in the community is that they can't decide what lane they want to be in. So they're throwing
30 different types of parties.
So that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And it's like choose the lane and then push.
I'm not even gonna be a gatekeeper. I'm giving out free game tonight on the radio show.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out
That's what's
Virgil.
up.
That's what I'm saying we should do.
I'm
As
giving out-
seniors in the community, we're
Right.
supposed to give it out.
I'm giving out free game.
Yeah.
And if you niggas want to grow something, take the fucking ideas and go run with it, because I don't have the capacity to go do it. Because if I did, I'll be doing it.
Shout out to Dr. Romance.
Yeah.
Shout out to
them.
Dr. Romance.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, because I feel like they did how it was supposed to be done.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
taking their lane and
Yeah,
running
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah,
They
yeah,
running
yeah.
with their lane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you got to run with your lane,
Right,
man.
right,
You got to
right,
run with
right,
your lane.
right, right,
but I think
right.
there's opportunities
Yeah.
on these off nights.
Yeah, they
like,
are, they are,
honestly,
they are.
I started on off nights. I started on Sunday nights.
And
no,
really-
Sunday days.
But that's how like a lot of other places. That's how kind of like it goes. You like
Yeah.
start on the off nights and
Yeah.
then you build that
Till
and then-
you get your
And
you
that-
get your-
until you get your
Yes.
weekend gig and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like they're just being like, oh, well, this is like
Bro,
a residency right now.
you know
Because
what's
that's
funny?
proof
Yeah.
of concept.
Hold
If
on.
you can pull them out on that night, you can pull them out on
you
a
know
weekend.
what's funny? You know what's funny? The predecessor to Pink Room was Gravier Street Social, and we did that on Wednesday nights.
Oh shit.
We did that at
Damn,
Gravier
I
Street.
I totally forgot y'all did Gravier Street.
We
Like,
did that on Wednesday nights, and that popped off. And then we took that and went to Friday nights at Po' Boys. And then when me and Chill got the call, well, I got the call and brought Chill in for Hi Ho. That was a Saturday night, and we became the motherfuckers on Saturdays, and was holding that down because I love Saturday nights. But bro, I would love to do a Tuesday night. Mondays, not
Yeah,
for
but
me.
you're
Sure,
here,
bro.
you're
You
here
should.
on
I mean,
Tuesday night.
Tuesdays
You
is
should,
also-
bro. You should.
You know?
You should, bro.
I mean, but it doesn't have to just be you. It can
Well,
be just
sometimes
like,
that's the thing. If I do a Tuesday night, I'll do a live set, and the radio show will be at the set.
Bro,
Let's do
that's-
it here. Let's
yeah.
have a party here.
No.
Somewhere we
No,
can-
I'm saying,
or like a
somewhere-
bud rip.
somewhere
I'm
we
Or
saying
like a
if
bud
I,
rip,
if I
something
did
like that.
if I did a radio show, if we did a radio show, if I did a Tuesday night, we'll just do a live. Because at some point we
I'm
should
trying
do.
to get us. You know, I've been saying.
We'll do a live. I'll do a live DJ
every
set. I'll do a live DJ set Tuesday night, and we should do this. Probably. You know what? We're gonna do this. Fuck it. We're gonna do it since we're gonna do it.
Where?
I got a place in mind.
we gonna announce. We gonna talk about that after the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you a good spot we could do that.
We'll do a live. We'll do a
Yeah,
live
yeah,
radio
yeah.
set, and I'll do a fucking deep house set that night.
They gonna be listening.
We'll
They
do a
be like,
live radio
I'm
set.
gonna go there tonight.
Let's just do it.
Yo,
Let's
they
just do
gonna-
it.
Great.
Yeah, you know
Great.
what I'm saying? That's where.
No?
No, I'm saying
Like,
like,
why
that's
not-
what people would say if they,
Huh?
if they heard you say like the venue. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But would it even be like
Yeah.
where you like almost like do this and then like at the end it's just like, all right, we're gonna pull up here, almost like a almost secret show type.
Well, I would love to
Yeah.
do that. I don't know.
you think like do you think that would be like a
I think secret show
That's
shit
right.
is great.
Yeah,
I,
know that.
I think it's a
I-
great way to do shit.
yeah.
I think also, I mean, what were you about to say?
I mean, the closest thing to that is what Kush them doing.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
Yeah, texting
A rave.
everyone, like in a
Yeah.
group. Yeah, and
Yeah.
just like
The only
Raven
thing,
at the bridge.
only thing I wish what we would need for like Kush is like there's no you know what I'm saying, like for what the underground scene here, like for instance like New York, you would be able to build that shit,
Yeah.
right? And I keep bringing that up because there's so many places.
But we could build it.
here-
If we build it, they'll come. You know.
Yeah, because I would love for that underground, like that real underground like scene to still be, you know.
I was thinking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, I would say there's a bunch of warehouses we did have, but they all got shut down.
Yeah, that's what happens to
Like, very
warehouses.
good,
Yeah.
Like here, that's what
and,
happens. Like
I mean,
yeah.
shout out to Kush like for finding
Yeah.
Big shout out to Kush
Oh,
Trim.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all the random places to do it at. Just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but
I was thinking
yeah.
about too, like, I mean, I don't think it's gonna come back to this. Fingers and toes crossed, knock on wood. But so many people have been talking to me about, oh, COVID cases are going back up, blah blah blah, right? So if knowing how the pandemic happened last time, we were to address that, I feel like the solution to that is, all right, cool, we're popping up around the city now, right?
more outdoor parties.
Yeah, more
outside
outdoor parties.
Yeah.
More in the cut. More on the underground shit anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the best parties going on during COVID. to be
I know
honest
you
with
did. I know
So
you
I'm
did.
not
But that's
even-
out in the country.
That's easy for me.
That's
you know?
outside the city.
No, I had it going on in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. I had them going on in the city. The out the country shit was the people who was brave enough to come out the country with us.
What'd you have going in the city?
Oh, we was at the set house. I had the set house.
Oh
popping.
yeah, that's right.
There
yeah,
you
that's
go.
right. Yeah.
So like, what the fuck is this?
I have connects with one spot in the Bywater. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's
very
what I'm
easy.
saying. Like
You don't need the power
yeah.
cord.
for
That's
me,
it.
for me, bro, ideas are easy. That ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I'm gonna sound old though. Oh, that ain't nothing.
Yeah,
to do
it's
with
execution.
But I would like to give ideas to people, you know, who need them. Like you can run your
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean,
OK
we
Bar
need
need.
'em.
I feel like OK Bar need a soul night. Just straight up.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah,
50,
definitely.
60, 70 soul
Yeah.
night.
Right, and I
yeah.
feel like honestly anybody that kind of like throws idea at OK Bar, just that space has so much potential.
Once they dial
Like,
in
once
the
they dial
aesthetic
in,
in there,
they like
Yeah,
like
it-
I'm,
yeah,
if,
yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
keeping
yeah.
it a buck, it
Yeah.
feels like a college bedroom in there, and I think it would be like if they just dial in the aesthetic a little bit,
It ain't even.
it would
I mean,
change
that's one part of
a
it. but
lot
I'm
of
saying-
energy.
That's one part of it, but they don't even need to do that. Somebody need to come in and bring an idea
That's what
to
I'm
it.
saying. You do that, you have someone come through with an
Like-
idea.
like-
It's a whole different place.
Like, my thing is this: people are gonna fucking party wherever they're gonna party at, but no one is bringing the idea to the establishments, and that's on the entertainers. They just trying to do wins. They just trying to do Fridays and Saturdays, looking for the biggest buck, and that's not how this shit
Right.
go.
But that's the thing is like you
If you talk about
can't
gatekeeping-
force art. And that's what this shit is that, yeah, you can have an idea. It doesn't mean it's fucking good.
No, what
And
I'm
it's
saying
like-
is, you know, you can't first art, but if you have a good idea wins over anything else.
Of course.
You know?
But the thing is, you have to know how to sell it through. And you have to know how to make it actually come to fruition.
Yeah.
You tell them that you have this idea, but you can't make it happen. That's a problem.
Well, if you have an idea, you should have the full idea. You shouldn't have, oh yeah, I'm gonna bake cookies and I'm gonna make $1 million.
But there are people. No,
You know
but
what I'm
look at
saying?
this. Look at this. No, but for real, there are people out there that have great concepts that have no idea how to execute them.
Well, like
That is big facts.
Well,
and there are people out there that know how to execute shit that are super technical that do not have the concept.
Okay.
So you got to connect those people.
I was gonna say this. Is there anybody kind of like throwing parties that you've been kind of looking at that you think has like a good idea of like where they're starting at? Have you been like admiring from afar and just being like, oh, they people like got it. They're like doing their thing. Just like
I feel like there's potential there's not even a name for it, but whatever Tucker's been doing at Bud Rips has potential.
they've been like slowly growing up, and also where like I've been getting contact from Bud Rips, like they like want to like
but
band their DJ roster and stuff like that.
Tucker's not. That's not an idea that Tucker's developed.
Right, that's what I'm
just-
saying.
It's
That's
like
what
a
I'm saying.
night.
The
That's just a night.
technical aspect.
Hold up. That's just a night though.
But
That's just a
but
night.
you're
Okay.
thinking about like who else? Like I've been
I'm
like
thinking about somebody like the closest thing is probably Pure Intentions right now. That's that they developing.
Yeah, that
they
is-
develop.
that-
But they're
is
already
what that would be.
succeeding at that.
Yeah, but it's still they still have like
Yeah.
they're so new.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some
yeah.
people you could come. I've seen a lot of people come in and leave.
Aren't they like 3 years deep?
Nah,
probably
like a year,
probably
year and a half or
they're
two.
probably two, but
Okay,
I feel
yeah,
like
going
but
on,
there's so
yeah,
many people
yeah.
like also
Yeah.
I
working
thought I
with
heard they
them.
were
them.
3 years.
No, it's
Nah,
not 3
doing
years.
this.
It's
Nah,
not 3
they're
years.
It's been like
first
COVID, then probably like
one-
only.
yeah,
And they started in
2021
COVID,
or
so you kind of can't even count that COVID
yeah,
year.
like-
Okay.
Like you got to be like, all right, you dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? When the Twiggity was coming up,
Yeah.
you seen what he was trying to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta tap in with the kids and see what they're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, I've been hearing about Bad Luck Lex. I've been hearing about her.
Oh wait,
Man,
who's
but what they're
this?
doing at Valentina, since we talk about
Yeah,
that, that's
man.
what
Yeah,
that's honestly what it is.
Yeah, that's.
But do you think like? But do you think like there's gonna be like? And as a West Bank kid, I'm
Yeah.
just being just like do you think people are gonna go over to the West
I
Bank?
don't know, bro.
That's
I
like the
don't
weird
know.
thing. I just like I mean
Yeah.
like how's
It-
that
but
feel?
it's all gonna
But
be
this what I'm-
dependent
this
on
what
that
I'm
buzz.
saying.
I think there's
Yeah.
resistance to that, but
It's all-
also with
it's all-
us talking about kids
Let me say this.
not drinking.
Even me saying I'm thinking about going to the West Bank is a step. I'm serious. So, but you know, I'm serious because like even that concept means you doing something right,
Right,
and that
yeah.
means you've been consistent enough not to
Yeah.
quit.
And if you
'Cause we
market
know-
it, bro,
because,
shit,
like,
sky's the limit.
The
bro.
main
Yeah.
thing is niggas just gotta know it's there because
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
show up when I'm gonna show
Yeah,
up.
they got people on
Right,
the West
facts,
Bank that'll
facts.
come.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
like
It's more,
You're-
it's more people on the West
You
Bank.
have your West
Yeah.
Bank crowd, so just being
Yeah.
like when you bring the bridge over. It's
yeah,
like,
it's a
Yeah.
whole
It's
different
like-
thing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
The
Yeah,
bigger,
like
the biggest barrier to entry is people just knowing that it's fucking happening.
Yeah.
It's just happening.
That's the biggest barrier to entry.
And that's
if
the
people know it's going on.
So this is a thing.
They
This,
might
this,
show
this,
up.
this goes back to us talking about
Big baller.
we gonna eventually probably get back to more frequent set the flows, because a main staple for us was we was every week.
Yeah,
And,
every Saturday.
and people, that was one of our biggest assets, us being there for the community. And you know, when people have to guess when we're gonna be, I necessarily don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like that. That was my issue with Hi-Ho. Like when we came back, he didn't want us to be back weekly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And right now, we just didn't have the bandwidth to be weekly.
But also, do you feel, and like, there's all the question, because like I've seen like Hi-Ho is like, they have less bookings just in general. I think only Soul Sister is there. Even
but Mike is a dumbass and he don't know how to book.
see, and I don't even know the booker. Just like
See the Mr. Legwork episode.
Yeah.
Oh really? Okay.
Setdeflo.
Even Liberation like has gone. They're our po' boys now.
No,
Have you seen-
because Mike.
They're at Po' Boys.
yeah,
That's
they're
the
like,
steal of the fucking century.
yeah. just
Wait,
like
who's
exactly-
up, boys?
Damn.
Liberation, the taco place.
Oh,
That
they
was their
left?
One,
They
yeah,
left.
Yeah,
They're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, Taco Libre?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Wait,
The
Liberation,
taco spot.
yeah.
The taco
When
spot
this
down in
happened?
Ohio.
Like apparently like a few weeks ago. Like so I noticed I saw
Oh,
Po' Boys put up their
shit.
Taco Tuesday. They had Liberation on there.
Oh, Taco Liberation.
Yeah, and I drove past Hi-Ho. They took the taco sign down. And
Mike's a fucking dumbass.
exactly. And like when I went over there Saturday, they were there.
Wow.
Still. They've been like I think they're there like Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. So like
shit.
they're like a fully like I think Hi-Ho's kind of done. That's like
It's been done. I
Yo,
I
yeah.
told Mike that when he left.
They like
Yeah.
they fucked
I
up.
said
They
you
fumbled the bag
Eh.
quick.
Racist piece of shit.
Quit. Yeah, they like
You know?
they're one bright spot. They're just like no.
You know, he should have let me buy it when I gave him an offer. So, you know, like, bro, for me, you know, I want to see the community thrive.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm passionate. I'm never hating. Like, so when it comes to the gatekeeper shit, I don't even feel right telling a nigga he can't do something. Try all you can to
Yeah.
keep up with what the fuck I'm trying. Because I put too much thought into this shit.
Right.
Since I was at Valet telling niggas to leave, I've been thinking about this shit.
Right.
So it's like, nah, nigga, I'm trying to do something righteous for the community. And I feel like everybody else should be, if you're in this community, you should be on the same type of time. You know what I'm saying? Don't just half-ass this shit because you don't deserve to be here. And I will keep a nigga who don't give a fuck about it. I will be like, man, fuck you. I'm not giving you a chance.
Shout out Ngoma Numu in the chat saying, "Damn you, Mike."
Damn, he gotta come play with us one time on some like,
Yeah, well, he was at the first Big Baller.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he played with us.
He played with us first Big Baller with Kid Love.
You gotta come to
Setdeflo.
Domino with us.
Yeah.
Bring out the bongos.
Come through.
The bungas.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a fly night.
Oh man,
That
I meant
was a
to-
good night.
We gotta bring Ngoma
I meant
back,
to
bro.
I meant to
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
night. Him and Kid Love, the sets were really
that's
fire.
That's what we got. Nah, we gotta run.
That
we gotta
was
run
a
some more
sexy
shit with
night.
Ngoma, bro.
No, I'm serious. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
that shows up.
Definitely.
Yeah, we got
I
definitely.
know.
Show
Definitely.
love. Yeah,
Yo, what
yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
is this?
That was a full vibe. That
Yeah,
was
it
a
was.
full vibe.
Was that back
Yeah.
in June? I
We
wanna
hadn't
say?
activated the upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
I
that
forgot
one.
what that was probably in March or April. I think.
That was
Early.
that was
nice.
April.
Yeah.
That was the end of April, I think.
Yeah, that was April.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's like, you know, that I'm always like minded, but that was a good question saying like who's coming up right now and like
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
developing.
I mean, like, just yeah, like I feel like I see Intriguity just like grown in so many ways.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
grinding.
Yeah, just like I see, like I mean, he's been doing like
He's putting in the work. He's got his Monday Mix It.
right. It makes it
He
Monday.
got it. Yeah. Mix It Monday.
And like he's been doing like David's Dance, which like I think been like at the Virgin Hotel.
But see,
on
I'm gonna tell you
Chloe.
this, like even
Yeah.
that idea for him, like
Yeah.
I seen like because he started that at the set house, like after we had
Oh,
left.
okay. Oh,
He started
shit.
David's Dance over
Damn,
there.
I didn't even connect that.
Yeah, and because my man Emmett's into that shit.
Well, it was like okay, because I feel like I actually live close by where the set house was on Treme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but even that, I feel like so his energy parties and his David Dance parties, two different things.
Two different vibes.
And but people people's trying to figure out what David Dance is, right?
But I love David Dance.
Yeah.
I'm just like being like, I just need him to like. I want to push that so much further and see what he can do with that.
Yeah.
I gotta
Fuck-
pull up. I haven't been to
fuck
David
with- People
Dance.
fuck with energy so much.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you ever had him at the version before?
Oh yeah, no, I had him like probably like 5 times this summer.
Yeah.
Even like, and he's been killing it. Just like, and it's also where just like he's just playing something different that I think like fits in what I'm looking for that space.
yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
He killed it at Sick Gala last year.
And that's the point. It's like when you bring in new ideas to the community, it's going to take time to develop.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to just fucking pop
You
off.
gotta warm people up. It's like when you cook a lobster, you don't just throw it in a hot pot. You put it in there and then you turn the heat up slowly so it just like doesn't realize that it's getting hot in there.
You let it simmer.
You know? Yeah, you let it simmer.
You let it simmer.
You gotta let
Yeah.
people like just kind of go with it.
Like Nelly.
Sure.
Yes.
It's hot in here.
It is hot in here. Actually, it's not too hot in here.
No, it's not hot in here, but I'm
It's
talking
good-
about
It's good in here.
it's getting hot in here.
I know what you're talking about.
They call like now I call you the edit king.
Now I did call you the Edit King.
Where you get?
I cannot claim. Well, I mean, it's where if an edit comes out, I'll be on it within like.
Where
a
you get
day
your
or two.
edits from?
I
Can you
just,
want to
like,
give out a
I'll-
secret tip?
No, I cannot. But honestly, no.
Gatekeeping.
There's not even a secret tip. I'll be like just straightforward. Stay on SoundCloud. Stay on your Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Follow those people.
Yeah.
And they will just like send them your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been deep on my Bandcamp,
Like,
Jose.
Bandcamp is just like.
But you got to know how to
Particularly-
use Bandcamp.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
If you don't know how to use Bandcamp, you're gonna just
No,
be
you'll
like,
fuck up.
what the fuck am I looking for? I just learned like the Bandcamp secrets, like secretly, and half of that is checking your emails.
Gatekeeping.
Oh,
Gatekeeping.
Yeah, no, like, well, you have to go through like.
It's not even a secret. It's more like
Gatekeeping.
you gotta. First off, you gotta know the people you're following, and then you gotta kind of follow the right
Do you
people.
the people that you follow on Bandcamp? Do you follow them on other platforms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah. Do you DM them?
Why would I
I-
DM them? Like on some sexual shit?
If that's where you want to take it, I was talking on some professional music shit.
Oh
but
no,
you know,
I don't DM anybody.
I only DJ.
you do.
I DM DJ Swisha.
Who I DM?
Nice, yeah,
But also
yeah.
because like he sells his packs and like it was literally just like there was this one song he like showed on Twitter. It was the Mega Mix song that I feel like every other DJ has played in the city now.
I haven't played it because I
It's-
don't know about it.
It's literally just like where it's like a mix of where they at. It's like turns into a Baltimore club beat.
Oh, this you talking about on the dance community?
Yeah,
Because we have two sets. They have like the top 40 DJ group, the dance group, which we are part of,
Yeah.
and then they got the bounce,
Oh no, yeah.
and then
no.
they got the urban.
Yeah, no, it was
You know,
and then I also like even paid him for like his unreleased mixes, and it was probably your and Mikey's birthday party.
oh okay.
And
block party?
Yeah, the block party, and I played the DJ Swisha unreleased stuff. 2 hours later, someone from Black Ray Collective like also played.
Oh
it.
shit. Well,
Yeah.
that means you tapped in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's being
yeah,
literally, all right.
What's
okay.
the most you spent in a Bandcamp session?
Only probably like 150.
Oh, that's a
100,
lot.
150.
In a day?
Yeah.
You must have been going in.
See,
I
there
was
you go.
going
That's why
in.
he's the Edit King.
Yeah,
That's why he's the
I
Edit
just had
King.
like
That's
when
the
you get a
Edit King.
check and just being like,
I
all right,
think I
it's
spent-
Bandcamp Friday and just like let me do this.
$40.
Friday.
$40 is probably the most I spent in a day.
Really? I
Yeah.
definitely no. It's
Sometimes I soul seek it.
oh
Like if I get to a point where
shout
I'm like,
out, that's
Shout out Soul
shout
Seek.
out Soul Seek.
sometimes if I get to a point like, all right, I'm
Hot tip,
I'm
hot
spending
tip.
too much money today. Let me check if it's on soul seek.
I try not to, only cause just like being like if it's a DJ that's gonna like
Yeah,
other
you
things,
support the
yeah,
other
and if I
artists.
have the money, just
Yeah.
being like I'm
That
gonna
karma
do this.
come
like,
back.
But the
and,
thing
and
is,
if I have a gig that night,
if they
If
on,
I
Yeah,
have a
if
gig
you
that
just
night.
gotta get
if
it.
they
Yeah,
on,
just like,
if
I'm
they, if
gonna
they
write
on,
that
if they on soul seek, they pretty popping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for
Because
sure.
a lot of records that I get, you can't get on soul seek because it's probably came out that day
Yeah.
or that week.
Or they removed the listings, so
Yeah.
you gotta like go back and like,
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
So it's like if you own soul seek, that's a record that's pretty out there already. Like,
Yeah, no.
they made their money off it.
Yeah.
If it's
Alright,
on
thanks.
soul seek by then.
yeah.
Tucker in the chat says, "Y'all like house music?"
Now I hate it. fuck house music.
Oh, I got a new record coming out. So hopefully
Yeah, I
people
was
buy
about
my
to
record.
ask. We were gonna
But I
talk
saw
about that
you
tonight.
You released a remix like 20 minutes before I came.
It
here.
wasn't the remix. It was that was a teaser.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
got
remix
it.
coming
That's
out Friday.
got it, got it.
I'm about to
man.
release a lot of music.
Yeah, bro. Congrats,
Yes.
bro. Do
Your,
that,
your
bro.
EP you put
Yes.
out
Wait
like
on you
right
to
when
do that
COVID
shit,
started,
bro.
that banged so hard.
Yeah,
That
I
was,
appreciate that, yeah.
Is that Big Dick Gregory? Which one was
I
that?
don't
It
know.
was it was like the Lil Uzi Vert edit. And
Oh yeah,
yeah.
people love that little
That
Uzi
shit
Vert
was
edit.
fire.
You know what? I don't even play that, and so
I know you don't play that.
I was going through my. You know who plays it? Prescott.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going
Shout out
through my
Boy Toy.
Bandcamp because I was just revamping it because I'm about to releasing a lot of music, and I'm like, damn, people buying the fuck out this Lil Uzi track, and I got tracks like that's doing well on SoundCloud that I haven't even put on Bandcamp yet, but I'm about to just put new music out and put like some of the old records that did well on SoundCloud on the Bandcamp, and just start putting the music out there because I feel like for me my peers. I'm bringing them down, and they all releasing music, and I'm the only one that just focusing on the party. Like my party's popping, but like my I got music, but I've been doing music for so long that it's just like whatever. Yeah. But I feel like I gotta do it now because my team been like, yo, Cal, just put out the music, so I'm like.
I mean, but also like that's like the freedom just being like if you feel the music's ready, then just like.
Well, that's the thing too.
The music been ready.
That's the thing too. It's
also, and you can also I mean, I haven't noticed you been. I mean, I haven't heard the Lil Uzi Vert edit at your parties in a while. Yeah. And I feel like I can't tell if you've been playing a lot of your edits and stuff like that or your music at your parties.
Yeah. Well,
but maybe that's the way you just
recently
build it
he
up.
is.
Yeah.
But it's all stuff that he hasn't released.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So
it's coming out.
Yeah, we gotta push it out.
Friday.
Yeah.
Pepper Boy. Friday.
Okay, Pepperboy Friday. Okay.
Is a house edit.
You familiar with Pimp Daddy? Old school bounce and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that. I was playing it for Tucker.
Oh, it's a remix. Okay.
Yeah. I was playing it for Tucker last week. And Tucker was like, he didn't know certain house tracks. Like not house tracks, certain bounce tracks.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's because of our age difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you grew up at a certain age range, you're like, all right, this the bounce that I grew up on. It was more gangster bounce stuff.
Well, no, that's
Partners in Crime.
And that's the funny thing of it as being like the trajectory of just where bounce became only kind of sissy bounce.
Yeah.
But just I mean, not to say that.
No, that's what we called it. We called it sissy bounce.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a whole thing. That's why I get with this New Orleans niggas, black people homophobic shit. I can't even co-sign that shit. When we grew up.
We're all fucking sissy bounce.
Yeah.
It's at the barbecue.
And we all fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
you grew up at the family function. That's what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's just part of our culture.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with my man Drew the other day, and Andrew from X-Slave, and he was like, "Bruh, I tell niggas, New Orleans people are probably the most sophisticated urban people in the country because we go through so many levels." I forgot how he worded this to me. For one thing, the trauma we have. Mm-hmm. That's one thing of dealing with that, of knowing how to deal with that. Yeah. And then being so close, like, all right, the way our city is set up and how classism is, and we kind of ingrained with the rich and the poor kind of live on top of each other. So as far as black people in New Orleans, is probably the most sophisticated type of people there is, and how we even communicate, and how we deal with death, and how we deal with all type of other shit. Yeah. And people just think just because of our vernacular and that we don't use the English language, how the rest of America uses the English language, and especially in the South.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they kind of look at us as some other shit, but we really ahead of the curve about how we just even communicate in this city, especially about spiritual practices.
Right, and how we deal with trauma, just death itself is a party.
Yeah.
It's just a straight up just We go around the city.
Yeah.
We just like express our love for someone.
Yeah.
And it's a massive like function.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
throughout like the neighborhood they grew up in.
Think about our sophistication of even how we deal with alcohol.
Yeah.
Like everywhere else, they gotta close the liquor store on the weekend,
Yeah,
so
like-
niggas won't have chaos.
No, like 2 a.m. just being like, we're
Yeah.
done here. And then
And
like, no.
we have alcohol freely and know how to operate
Yeah.
and be amongst each other without killing each other. Now we have debt, but
We have problems
our
with,
debt comes from poverty
Yes.
and lack of infrastructure.
Yeah.
Our debt doesn't come from niggas getting drunk or niggas not knowing how to be on top of each other. It
Yeah.
comes from niggas not having money.
Yeah.
And anytime you put niggas without money, somewhere niggas gonna die. Like you put white people amongst each other without money, niggas gonna die. They just killed the
Yeah.
San Francisco nigga. White people, rich people, white people killing, but they killing you in a different way.
Yeah.
They killing you. They just like, all right.
I mean,
you're not,
it's
you're
a
not having
silent.
resources.
Yeah.
It's a
Right,
silent
yeah.
debt.
It's a silent
But you know what I'm
debt.
saying? It was an interesting conversation me and him was having about just, and I never thought about it, how sophisticated we are and how we operate in
We're
this
like,
world.
you know, it's like next level, just like how we deal with like our trauma, our death.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we can just like have like a bounce song just dedicated to Katrina, just like.
And how we could bounce. But think
Yeah.
about even the term bounce and how we could just bounce back.
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Think
It is,
about
like,
that.
We find a lot of joy in just like, or like try to rise us up from like our trauma through joy,
Yeah.
through music,
Yeah.
through dance.
Yeah.
And so many different variations of
And
ways.
I think a lot of people who move here feel safe here.
Because they feel like they feel that.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they're
feel
just-
that.
can
They
escape
probably
that.
feel love for the first time. But outside of that, I think a lot of people who move here and can't stay here is people who can't deal with reality. You know, because this is probably the most real place that you can live in America unless
Yeah.
you go somewhere outside to the Caribbean and try. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not in
I'm serious.
America anymore.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like, they try to call us the northernmost Caribbean place on earth. That's what they try
Yeah.
to say. But
Sure.
I don't even say
Northernmost Caribbean?
I wouldn't even say New Orleans is Caribbean more than we just a bastard child.
But it's the oldest city in America.
It is the
Its
oldest
culture
city,
comes
yeah.
from this city.
Yeah.
And this city has been sapped by every other large city in America.
But for one thing
And-
about New Orleans, it's hard to sap us about our identity. It just
No,
can't,
and
it's
you
just hard,
can't.
It's hard to
You
happen.
No, it's not
can't.
impossible.
And
It's
you
not
can't
impossible.
replicate it if you're not from here. You can't.
Do y'all-
And I think, well, like we were talking about the
Yeah.
other day, like I think with the pendulum of like experiencing things in extremes, if you can experience the worst fucking shit, you also get to experience the best shit because you have it
I
in
would-
contrast. And I think that that's a big
No, that's important.
part of this city is that people fuck with this city in a like fuck this city up
Yeah.
coming from the outside heavy, and you're dealing with natural disasters that are fucking with the city heavy, and the people here are so resilient. It's like they know how to deal and navigate with that and still experience the most extreme amount of joy at the same time.
I was talking to my ex-girlfriend the other day, right? And I was telling her about like things, how shit bothers me. Like, and she was like, well, you know, there's a place for all of that. Like, and sometimes they have to have that. They have to have imbalances in society for balance to come back into society, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting, like you say about the extremes. We have so many extremes in places sometimes, and that's the yin and the yang. You have to have some bad shit to happen for you to come to a place of for a place of balance. Because I feel like sometimes we in mad about it. We in a drought right now. Right? Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think you think the mayor killed her husband?
Wait, time out.
I saw that. I
Wait, time
saw
out.
that headline.
Wait, I don't even know about this. Hold on, wait. I bet you I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes left
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
We can fill
Did you
the air. I was curious about that. When I saw that on Neutral Grounds, it was like,
That
they
was
don't know how he died.
Mad sus.
It's terribly sus.
And
Highly sus.
I read on Twitter that like she was in the Ace Hotel taking like with her staff like taking shots The day that he
Well,
passed
that sounds
away.
like the mayor.
But the day that he passed, the way your husband passed away.
But
And
how
then they
did
just
he
say he-
pass?
they just say he
didn't say
passed
how
away.
he passed.
They just say he
I do
passed
not-
away.
I do not consent to this fucking.
They did not say how he passed.
I like do not.
Was he ill?
I do, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
I would,
Yo,
Was he ill?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If she was taking shots, but he wasn't ill, like that's not that crazy. If it was just another fucking
Wait,
day,
it's not crazy that he dead.
It's
And
crazy that he's
she's-
dead.
and that she's.
It's
drinking?
crazy that he's dead. I'm saying if she was taking shots the day that he died and wasn't with him, if he didn't have like a predisposition to be
So
almost
you
dead.
saying he needed a predisposition or he didn't need one for her to take shots? What would make sense for her to take shots? This is what I'm
She's
saying.
the mayor. She's gonna be taking shots. That's what I think. She's
you
gonna
think
be
she's going to
drinking.
be taking shots regardless?
Yeah, she just drinking.
You should.
The mayor be drinking.
No, she do be drinking.
We know that. The mayor be drinking.
What you
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
as
She's
a-
gonna be taking her taking shots somewhere
No,
is not
but
surprising.
What I'm saying is, if my significant other
Did he?
died,
Was she taking shots just after he passed, or was she taking shots while he died, or was she taking shots before he
they
died?
announced he died that morning.
Oh, she was taking shots that night.
She was at the Ace Hotel taking shots that evening.
Oh, that's sus.
That's what I'm trying to say. This is what
But
I seen on
also,
Twitter.
if I was in love with
This
somebody
nigga not
and they,
saying nothing,
if
yo.
I was in love with somebody and they died, I might be taking shots that night. If I was in love with somebody and they died, I might be taking shots that night.
your husband, your significant other,
Yeah, like shots, like I'm fucked up.
with her staff.
I don't know. She don't have no friends.
I don't know. I was saying that to say New Orleans has a lot of trauma. That's why I brought that up.
All right.
Like it's crazy. I need to hear Heelturns.
I don't know if this topic's gonna come back up when Heelturn comes back.
Oh, it's coming back up.
Oh, okay. Well,
think
I don't
he-
know if he's gonna write it.
You think he left?
He did the right thing.
Yes, I think he took the opportunity.
He got the
I think
fuck.
the,
I
he
stayed
took the
solid.
opportunity to get out. I don't even know enough about
He
the
got the
situation
fuck.
to be commenting
Yeah,
on
that's
it,
what
so
I'm
I'll
saying.
say that.
Well, I'm not
That's a
saying.
little-
I'm saying like
Yeah.
it seems fishy, and he's gone for a
Oh,
while.
it's
now.
fishy.
It seems fishy.
It's definitely fishy.
Yeah.
Everything is in this city. This city. is
That's
like-
crazy, right?
It's definitely fishy. I mean, when I saw the headline, they were like, "The mayor's husband has
Just
died,"
passed
and then
away?
I read the, and then
came
I
back
read
to
the,
it.
and then I read the caption. He thought he got away. He thought he got away from it. But
Yeah,
when
he
I
thought
read
he-
the
he thought
caption,
he
it was
was
like
gone.
they were
Well,
like,
no, we
the
still on it.
cause of death has not been disclosed.
He thought he got a smooth exit out there. He's like,
No, we
okay,
still-
I'm not here.
I told you.
We still on it. No, I didn't say Latoya did anything. I said the mayor may have done something. But I just think it's, look, we never seen that man, and we know. So you know,
It would not surprise.
I
Nothing
don't-
surprise.
I don't-
Nothing
I
would
don't-
surprise me about this.
We never seen
Let me say this. Let me say this. No, let me say this.
Never
let me say
seen
this.
the
Let me say
man.
this. Rest in peace to the first gentleman. That's what they called him.
Is that what it's called?
That's what they called the first gentleman.
Wait, like for
The
a mayor?
first gentleman for mayor?
mayor?
That's what they said in the news.
Yeah,
They
the
said
first-
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
gentleman.
First-
I'm not.
I've never heard that. I've never didn't know. I didn't
never heard
know.
that shit either.
I'm ignorant.
So
I'm
look,
sorry.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead. So I'm just saying,
Definitely not.
R.I.P. to that man. I'm just saying that shit seemed fishy. That they just say he passed away, and apparently she was taking shots at the Ace a couple of hours later. I don't know.
I mean, she be partying.
She be
She be
partying.
partying. Let's,
She
I
partying.
mean, that's not
She-
just her taking shots on any day of the week is not surprising me.
I seen a video of her fighting a chick at the Rob 49 concert.
She fought somebody?
She was in the,
Nah, she got
she wasn't fighting, but she was yelling at a teenage girl at a Rob
Oh, no.
49 concert.
Oh, no.
Rob 49 is a teenager, basically.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Like,
But that's why they didn't get them checks. The teenagers didn't get the checks.
and they're
for
not
that.
paying the goddamn kids. She said, yeah, they got experience. They got a lot more experience.
They got more than they needed.
Yo, we live in a wild-ass little city, dog. It's nuts out here, bro. Children want to speak nothing on this, you know.
Cause my if I shit.
You have too close of relations.
And Heelturn left when I started talking about it. So
I didn't even know what y'all were talking about. Just being like,
Oh,
all
he
right,
ain't know
someone
nothing.
killed
He don't know.
somebody. And then I just being like, oh, you're talking about the Cantrells. You're talking about.
I don't know shit.
I really
Also, I don't know
saw
shit
one
either. I don't know
Instagram
shit.
post about it today.
I don't know shit.
she only got about how long she got before? How long she got in her office before she out?
What like she survived her recall and she was like it's about to be like a year or two.
That was a whole nother.
That was a whole
that?
she
nother.
survived her recall.
That
When
was
was
a
that?
whole nother.
Oh, they've been trying to recall her. They were trying to recall her.
You didn't even
all
know.
last-
Yeah,
all
I don't
last-
even
went
know.
down.
The whole city
That's how it
was
went
like
down,
coming
like,
for
nah.
her.
Oh,
Being like,
all
you know,
that
get
shit.
your
They had
ass
like a
out.
Yeah,
little.
it
What's that
was-
little
it
short
was-
dude?
That was 2009.
No, that was last year.
Oh,
The little, they had a little short dude dancing in front of City Hall every week, doing fucking beanie weenie. You know what I'm saying? Every week trying to recall the mayor, fighting people and shit. It was nuts.
Yeah, so it was what? It was 20.
It was last year. It was last year when they trying to recall
No,
her.
no. Okay, yeah, the recall.
This
talking
This
about
was
before.
last year they were trying to
Yeah,
recall
last
her.
year.
When last year?
Even the re-election was
like
kinda
around
like,
this
Yeah,
time.
that was like after.
They
Yeah.
ran a
Oh,
rough
shit.
shot on that.
It must have been
Yeah.
right before I moved.
I mean, I think our
Yeah.
next mayor gonna be a fucking hardcore white supremacist. I'm serious.
Well,
I'm
that's
serious.
bad news for the city.
Well, we have enough liberals, but I think
I
the
think-
whites are gonna.
Yeah, but you saw what they did on St. Claude with the fucking vendors, just the vendors.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be all throughout the city if you get a
Well-
hardcore white supremacist in the mayor's seat.
Look, I'm telling. We never had a hardcore white supremacist mayor. We always have liberal mayors, but we got so much influx of white people now in the city that I feel like our next mayor, they're gonna try to be like, we can't have another Cantrell. It's gonna be the opposite of Cantrell.
It should have
I
been.
mean,
It should have been Charbonnet from the beginning.
It's gonna be
In
it's gonna be a
hindsight, it
loosey
should have
goosey.
been. Yeah, like
She was just too loosey goosey.
who?
Yeah.
Cantrell.
Yeah, yeah,
was too
yeah.
loosey-goosey.
Yeah,
Man,
if
look,
Charbonnet
I'm
came
not-
to, yeah,
I'm-
that's.
I think I can see being
Yeah,
a white
yeah.
man, but also like a liberal white man. Like just being just. Yeah, I think it could be that. Like I think that's a fact.
Gonna be somebody non-binary or something.
Or you got what's her
I mean,
name? Helena Moreno
there's
or
anything
whatever. her
wrong.
name
Oh,
is.
Miranda, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like
What'd you say? I went too
I was-
far.
No, I
But
was
shit,
doing a, I was
Cantrell
doing a
might have fucked it up
Seinfeld
for
quote.
women. She definitely fucked it up for a minute. Like we could go back and forth. But
Look,
get some,
look.
you know.
Rate. All right, can you do this? Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
rate her term from 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
How long
I'll
has her term
say-
been?
8 years.
I'll
8
say
years.
if I'm being fair,
Very subjective.
I'm gonna go first.
I'll say it's like a 4.0.
I give her 5
You give her 5
because I feel like her
Out
first
of what?
This is what toys.
out of 10.
Yeah.
Out of
okay.
10.
Yeah, I feel like her first
Yeah.
term was decent,
Yeah.
but when niggas started dying
Yeah,
What
on
was she
the
doing
floats,
right?
well, she just had so much. Like, first of all, as soon as she got in, like we had chaotic hurricanes,
Yeah.
mad flooding. It was flooding like every month here. Like,
God damn.
it's like if
she
it
was very strict.
yeah,
She was like, yeah,
if it rained, it would just flood. Like any day, it just was torrential flooding. So
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
think
yeah.
it would be nuts.
She did.
Yeah.
You probably
Um,
definitely got dealt a certain
like,
hand. You wasn't. You know.
3 niggas then died on floats while she was president. Like Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah,
floats.
the like people were saying Mardi Gras. is
Then-
crazy.
What did that
Yeah.
have to do with her?
It just happened on her watch.
It was like kind of like a lot of like
How'd they die?
Niggas was just walking through float. Put it like this: niggas,
Yeah,
niggas wasn't dying on floats before she got in office.
people were getting like run over just
Yeah.
like on parade routes.
Like, people's
stuff
getting crushed by
yeah.
floats.
Yeah, during like
Was this like
Napoleon.
just because of
Around-
like
around-
city planning around the
Well, that's what they
around
said.
Mardi Gras?
And what's that?
Then the
hotel- what's
fucking
that hotel that
building
crashed?
fell. Then the
What was that?
building.
Oh, the building, the
Then
Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock just
Hard Rock.
fell
Around that
on a
time.
whole
Yeah.
nother
That's
building.
how She was getting spooky.
And they left. They
Yeah,
left a
yeah,
dead
yeah,
body
yeah.
in there for months.
Oh yeah, the hanging out the window.
So
And
all
then
of this
Mardi Gras was-
happened,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in a.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a bad look. If you leave a dead body,
There's like, look,
hanging
you find out like, look, there's
for
look, there's
months?
a dead body.
Like
right
people
there.
come visit.
That's
like,
a
hey,
bad
you see,
look.
that's a
They
dead
had a
body right there.
building. They had a building just crash into another building for a year and a half, and they didn't want to move it because the city was having arguments with the architect. It was the building shouldn't have fell. It was
how did it fall?
That's number one. Well,
The-
bad construction. Like it was bad
incompetence.
infrastructure.
Incompetence.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
For a building to fall and
The
niggas
city
dying.
should have sued the fucking structural engineer of the building.
Look, so I'm telling you, I'm giving her 5 because with all that,
you said all this and
you give it a 5.
That was a lot. No, that was, you got, you know.
With all that,
got dealt the
and she
hand.
didn't have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah,
and then
yeah,
she
yeah.
had COVID.
How you know she didn't have a nervous
but,
breakdown?
but then she had COVID, and that's the
Then,
other
wait,
thing.
then we had
That's real.
COVID,
Yeah,
and then she was
yeah.
getting caught fucking her security
Yeah,
guard.
yeah, well, yeah,
And
once
then-
No, the controversy.
Yeah,
that's
was
on
like,
her.
it was wild.
Once the controversy kicked in, it was just too much. Like,
Oh,
it was
man.
too
in
much
a,
controversy.
in a
like,
city hall rented
Yeah,
Where was
apartment.
that security guard?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They got pictures
The
of
other
it.
day.
And
Yeah,
then
pictures
crime,
was like, yeah,
crime
just like,
was, crime was out of control and shit.
And then crime
And
went.
then, yeah,
then
like,
carjackings. So
yeah,
yeah,
it
I
was-
give her a
so-
5 for not having a fucking nervous breakdown.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not shooting herself.
Well, she was partying.
Let me back-
That was the deal.
let
She
me-
was partying.
Let me
Yeah,
back off.
True, true.
Let me back off.
Yeah, but
But look,
Yeah.
rest in peace to her old man, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
yeah,
know
I'm
what
rough.
about
It's like also being like, well, what happens now? Like, what's she gonna go through right now? And
Bruh,
It's-
I wouldn't wish what happened to her on anybody.
that's wild.
Like, as
It's
far
so
as being a
wild.
man and all of that shit happening to me, my wife died, a building falls, people dying, the ghost of Hard Rock Cafe, like COVID.
Ghost of
Hey,
Hard
come
Rock
on, dog.
Cafe.
Think about you running of being a mayor, bro, and all of that shit happening in one term, in 2 terms. That shit that happened to Mark Morial.
No.
What the
Yeah.
what the nigga before her name was?
Are we talking about? Wait,
Actually-
when Ray Nagin.
Ray Nagin. I fuck with Ray Nagin.
Who
who was the mayor in the 90s? Morial?
Morial, but what was before Mitch Landrew?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing happened under Mitch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nothing happened under Mitch, really.
He was low key.
He was low
He
key.
was
He
low-key.
did his job. He woke up and did his job.
Stealing his money.
Yeah, yeah.
Ray
Yeah,
did
he
the
did. Yo, he had his of
Ray
course.
just
yeah.
had his one thing. He
Ray
was
just
there
had
one
that
thing.
Katrina, and Ray spoke
yeah.
up for us.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate
He
city.
went hard.
Yeah,
He tried to go
yeah,
hard.
yeah,
That was
in the
thing.
paint.
He just went too hard on the black shit, and it was
Yeah,
like,
people just be like, no,
Yo,
we
he
gotta
came
get you out
out
here,
with his
nigga.
Nation of
Yeah.
Islam. Fucking
He was like,
gang.
it's a
Yo, it was
chocolate
like, yo,
city.
He was like, what's up?
yeah,
Like,
niggas
yo,
like,
he could talk, but he,
yeah, like-
he knew what it was though. He
Yeah.
knew what it was.
yeah, he was
He
talking
knew
that
it,
shit. He was
yeah.
talking cash money shit. He went cash
Yeah,
money
he did.
so
he did.
fast.
He did.
But you can tell he was a New Orleans nigga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, she
yeah,
ain't from
yeah,
New Orleans.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Oh,
wild.
damn, yeah,
She from
true.
California somewhere.
Damn, okay, that
Why
makes
she
Yeah.
come here?
She went to
Yeah.
Xavier. She went to
That's
college
what's up.
here. She
Forever.
went to college
He was
here.
every person. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Ray
agree.
she
Nagin
was
is a
Xavier.
martyr, bro.
Well, we
He's a
got
fucking
3 minutes
legend,
left.
dog.
Yeah, this was a good episode,
On the
dog.
show.
That was good.
This
This
was
was a
fun.
good
Appreciate you having me
episode.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming
This
on.
was fun, bruh. This was fun.
And also, shit. Shout out to Also, one thing Ray Nagin done pretty well in New Orleans was like the crime.
Yeah.
Shit, like he was like, he hired the right people. Like city was booming. Like under.
Man, look, Ray was
Underrated.
our Jesus.
He would Jesus?
Ray Nagin.
Nah,
We fuck with Ray
I
Nagin.
was somewhere. I think I
Before
saw
yeah.
a painting of Ray Nagin. And I was just being.
I'm
like,
about to get a
I was staring at just like
picture of Ray
what's going
Nagin in
on
my
here.
room.
He was taking the city with him. He was taking us to the promised land. Nah, he was it was a good time for black
Yeah.
people. When Ray Nagin, like,
Ray Nagin was running the fuck out of this city. A light-skinned black man with a bald head.
Yeah, yeah.
He was probably in the boule.
saying-
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
could
probably was
have
bad
been. He could have been
kid.
Cory Booker. He could have been Cory Booker for
Nah,
sure.
he was
Yeah.
he was on it, bro.
You know he was Creole.
Yeah, he was getting his cut. You know, he was getting his cut too. you know,
Yeah, he was
whatever.
getting his cut.
Yeah, yeah, you know
Everybody
what
get
it
their
is.
money.
You know what
They
it is, but
probably
he was
gonna-
He was doing his job. Though.
I'm telling you.
The contracts was
Look,
good.
bro.
So-
Shit was right. Fucking trash
I
was
don't know.
getting picked up. Fucking.
Before we sign off,
Let
let's
me-
just talk about where y'all are at the next 2 weeks.
Oh shit.
I mean, I only got to promote, let's see, Pure Intentions. I don't know my set time. It's going to be with Otto, Nile, Dr. Romance, and Marty Mayhem, if I'm
All
not
right.
mistaken.
Saturday, the
Saturday,
26th.
and then Setdeflo immediately afterwards.
Word.
Setdeflo.
So,
Me,
Saturday.
me and Chill,
It's 26th.
we with our brothers and partners from another party, Ascendance. We doing their
Ascendance.
birthday
Oh, fuck
party.
yeah.
Woo!
Fuck. Wait, this weekend?
Yeah,
That's
Set
right.
to
Shit.
flow
Saturday.
on set with Ascendance
I'm
this
excited
Saturday.
about that. I'm excited about that.
New door
Uh,
policy.
I'll be there.
Buy your tickets at the door.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. And then on the 26th, I mean, fuck,
We
gonna
got
be,
Alec Lil Mommy. We
I mean,
got
well, next week, next
Heelturn.
week is our Flat Earth show, right?
Wait.
it
I'm
can
not
be.
part of that one, right?
I thought. Wait, who we had on next week?
Well, we had me on next week.
Oh, so when we was doing the Flat Earth?
Well, we can do Flat Earth next week. We can do
Oh,
Flat
we
Earth
didn't talk
next
about
week.
it. I forgot. My bad on the scheduling.
That's cool.
I thought it was next week.
Well, let's do
No.
Flat Earth next week.
Like if let's plan it out.
Let's do Flat Earth next week. No, that's great.
No, you're
So,
gonna
wait,
be.
yeah,
Wait, you're
yeah,
not gonna be
yeah,
available
yeah,
next
yeah,
week?
yeah.
Let's do Flat Earth next
I
week.
can't commit to next
Okay.
Can't commit to the.
So,
the Earth
so
week. But, yeah. But
Well-
I want to be there for that conversation.
no, you have to be. That's the
You
whole
have
part.
chill.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah,
to be
yeah,
there
okay.
for that
So,
conversation.
so, yeah, 25th I'm at the Ace Hotel. 26th,
Setdeflo.
Setdeflo, Adglo Mami, Heelturn, me, Chill. At the Domino.
Chill. You got a set coming up
Oh yeah, I'm at the Dragons Den.
Dragon's
This Friday.
Den.
This Friday.
this Friday.
So,
Pull up.
always live your life.
And Saturday we're at Cafe Istanbul.
That's right. With Ascendance.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be at Cafe Baseball. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate this. Thank you, Heelturn, man. It was a fun show.
Appreciate y'all.
We got a lot out.
Right
we got
on
a lot of
time.
shit. Never live a lie. Always live your life. Live it to the fullest. It's a Setdeflo Radio. We're going to see you on the other side.
Bye.
Flat Earth Gang.
Peace. Don't co-sign that.
Not co-signing. But here for the conversation.